Welcome, everybody, to another Games Talk Live podcast. All right, so we got a lot to talk about today. We actually do. Before we get into the showcase that we just saw, or the state of play, mind you, and all the other predictions and stuff for the showcases going forward for this weekend, all the festivities, we're going to get into some other topics really quick. First off, I have to also introduce, of course, my co-host, Hargeet Chani. Welcome, Hargeet. How have you been? What have you been up to this week?
Well, packing, getting ready. We're leaving in a couple of days for a little trip going to some place called LA. Yeah, so we'll see. All three of us will be there. We'll see a whole bunch of other people as well. But yeah, so that's happening. Still playing Lego Batman. I'm going around the map and doing all the collectibles, and I think I have like 2 regions left. So and there's like 8 or something like that. So I've done a lot of the collectibles, which is also all the Riddler puzzles and all that stuff. So, but yeah, enjoying that, like going through that, and yeah, and then we'll be over there. That's basically it. Otherwise, busy at work. My goodness, still busy.
Yeah. Yeah, getting everything set up, doing all that stuff for a trip is always crazy. And then on top of that, when you have to do your normal job, it gets kind of crazy. And I know our guest today is no stranger to that as well. This week, she's been kind of trying to do her job, plus get all the stuff ready for the trip, and also sick on top of that. Please tell me that you're getting over it, and in 2 days, you won't be sick.
It works like that, right?
You do not want to
will it into existence. You're just like, I'm not sick anymore. Forget that. Like, I'm done.
Yeah.
I am better. I am getting better. I don't think that I got a cough, which is the thing I was like most worried about. And
knocking on
wood. Yeah. I just stopped at Walgreens on my way home today, and I bought a bunch of travel packs of Kleenex, and I bought a big box of cold medicine. I was like, I'm gonna pop it like every 2 hours, that way nobody can tell when I'm sick. But I think I'm getting better. I feel good.
Yeah, and I think the contagious period is probably gone by now.
It's usually like the first 48 hours of a cold. It's just that you have all the lingering crap like after that, right? Nah.
I remember when John from Xbox Era, or Day One now, he was getting sick on the plane arriving to LA. And then when he was there, he was getting sicker and he was giving it to all of us. And it was just so nice of him 2 years ago.
Yes.
And I know it was 2 years ago, John, but we're still going to bring it up because it was a real issue for a lot of us. We got so dang sick.
It's been literally my worst fear since I got my cold last week. I was like, I can't be the next John. I can't be the next John. I can't be the next John. It's like, get better, get better, get better.
Shout out to John. He'll be there.
Yeah.
And he'll be
bringing
his card game console wars that he's got. And he'll be bringing that to play and also to give away. I heard he might be bringing a few packs for people. So that's really nice of him. Guys, so I know we really want to get into that whole state of play that we just watched. But first, I kind of want to go over some of the news topics from last week. And one of these news topics is just really ridiculous. And just, I think, so people are calling it Logo Gate.
Dun, dun, dun. I wish I had the button.
And I just think, and I don't have anything to say on that. I don't think. I got this one though.
Zocker is a toddler.
I'll just play that.
There you go.
Shout out to Zocker. He's a toddler. I just spoke with him on the phone right before the show, and we were talking about the show and everything. But anyways, he's listening in his car right now. I know he is. He said he was going to tune in.
My new friend. He said we're officially
you're friends now with him. Yeah,
right.
You're finally friends with him. So yeah. So this Logo Gate thing, guys. So Xbox is not going, or they are going to put a logo on the games if it goes to PlayStation. They'll put all the logos wherever their games are going. The logos will be there. This was said by Matt Booty in an interview last week. And a little later on in the day, you had Asha come out. Well, first, before I even get into that part, Hargeet, I want to go to you. How did you feel about when Matt Booty said all the logos are going to be there and they want to be transparent?
Look, I'm on that side. So, for me, I would rather it be mandatory that everybody shows every logo, but that's not the world we live in, unfortunately. I think it's scummy when you don't. We just had a PlayStation showcase with a lot of multi-platform games. Again, it's coming to PlayStation. That's what they said. Coming to PlayStation. Doesn't even have the logos. Just coming to PlayStation. Like, cool. Is it coming anywhere else? But yeah, again, I get it. Like that's just the way they are. And then everybody wants, the entire industry to act that way. I'm the opposite. I like that they just say, hey, this game is coming to that platform, whatever. It's coming to these things. Get it where you want it, right? Fine. It's really about you seeing the games. And I think a lot of people see it as, no, it's Xbox is marketing the game, and therefore they need to get the sale on. Like, okay, whatever. Like, is it my problem? No. And is it something that's really going to substantially change things? No. Because people always think that all the money is made on the few 100,000 copies of some game that sells. No, the vast majority of money is made on Minecraft, and it's made on freaking Fortnite, microtransactions, and Call of Duty and whatever else. Like, I think the vast majority of it is actually just freaking Fortnite. Fortnite microtransactions is the most money on all the platforms. It's ridiculous. Well, at least PlayStation and Xbox. It's ludicrous, right? And that's still going to be whatever it is. You're just going to get from the store you like. Who cares whichever one it is? But that's where they make their money, right? For Xbox, thank God they actually have some of those games that people want to buy. So they like actually get the money from it. And what I mean by buy is buy in massive quantities, like a Call of Duty, right? They have Candy Crush. It just prints money, right? So they have some of those, so they can just make money that way. But yeah, so logo gate to me is like, ugh, whatever. I like the way they're doing it, but I know a lot of people don't like it. Fair enough. I'm not gonna like punish you for that, but like, I think it's scummy to not show it, and I'd prefer that, if Xbox is going to show them, that maybe they work with those publishers and say, why aren't you having PlayStation do the same thing? Why isn't Nintendo doing the same thing? Maybe you should push publisher. Why shouldn't they show every logo? Isn't that better for you? Try that.
Fair enough. Holly, what say you on the matter? When you heard Matt Booty say that, logos will be there, were you up in arms? Were you yelling at your phone or TV, wherever you were watching it, PC?
Well, I wasn't that upset about it. I think this whole thing is kind of ridiculous at the level of feedback, whatever you want to call it, that it's gotten. It's what I would prefer for them to do, honestly, because the way I look at it, well, okay, so there's two different arguments, and I guess I'm always a little, I'd like to clarify, I guess, which side of what specifically we're arguing about, because I feel like there's some people who are arguing about different things, because there's first party games from Xbox, and then there's third party games, right? And if we're talking about third party games, I don't care if you only put the Xbox logo on it, because we all know who the first party studios are. Odds are they are not money-heading games. They just don't do that, right? So it's probably going
Unfortunately, I'll add. But yeah, you're right.
Well, third party. I'm talking about third party.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. They don't money hack,
So,
and I wish they would.
yeah, they don't. Yeah, right. Well, however
They
you
don't.
feel about money-heading games, like
Yeah,
Xbox
exactly,
doesn't do that.
Yeah.
So odds are it's going everywhere. So if they only put the Xbox logo at the end of a third party game, I don't care. But the first party games should absolutely be transparent from the jump. Put all the logos on it that they've got a port for, that they're fully intending on selling to whatever like platform that they're selling it to. Because the people who don't want to see the PlayStation logo on the end of a first party game that's most definitely going to a secondary platform it's just, there's going to be another upset period, right? Later on down the road. There's always going to be this frustration from the fan base that's vocal about and would prefer exclusives. And I'm not talking about whether exclusives are good or not. I'm just talking about when
The
people
logos, yeah.
vocalize the things, right?
Yeah.
So there's always going to be this period of upsetness, right? When these bigger games come out and they're very clearly going to another console, PlayStation. We know we're all talking about PlayStation here, right? But it's better to just be transparent from the beginning. Let people know at the moment that the game is announced, they're still excited about the game. They see the logo, they're a little frustrated with it, but they're really excited about the game. And that's it. You're done. Like, that's it. Instead of it looking like it's only going to Xbox.
Yeah.
And then 2 months later, there's all this anger and you're doing the same thing that the last people did and blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, no, like, you need to be transparent right now because you don't know what you're doing in the future. So until you have a strategy and that's been defined, there's not enough consistency in the brand to know what you're doing. When you have consistency, then you can do whatever it is, because people, the reason that, the argument is, why don't Sony and Nintendo do it? Well, they don't, because you know what they're doing with their games, right? Like, they're staying on their platform and that's it. There's no second thought like, oh, maybe I could pick that up on Xbox next year when it comes out. No, it doesn't work like that, right? And with Xbox, you just don't know. So they need to be transparent until they have a firm, committed strategy that they're doing. Now, third party, I actually agree with Hargeet that everybody should show every platform all the time, no matter first, third, doesn't matter. It should be on everybody's, full stop. But given the fact that we're not in that world, first party Xbox needs to be transparent about where it's going, and third party, I don't care. Like, everybody knows what third party games are. If they only put their logo on the end, fine. They should put them all, but nobody else does, so that's fine. They can do that. Like, it doesn't bother me.
Yeah, I can see both sides of the issue. 100%. Like, I understand why PlayStation does it for marketing purposes, because it does confuse people and it does make it feel to some people as if it is an exclusive game to that platform at some time. I could point to games like Destiny, for instance, when they had marketing deals for Destiny and they only put the PlayStation logo on it. A lot of people thought it was just a PlayStation game going in. So they do get sales based on that stuff sometimes. But I think the whole logo thing in general, I think it's just overblown, personally. Yeah. I think if you're going to die on a hill, this is not the hill. This is not the hill to die on. Like, I can understand the two sides when it comes to exclusivity and Game Pass and all this stuff, day and dates. I understand all those issues, and those are the hills that I could see you dying on for this hobby. But Logo Gate is really blown out of proportion. I get why Sony does it. I personally would like Xbox to do it if they had exclusives to begin with, but they don't. If they were competing in this area, I would understand why they would want to compete and do the same thing that Sony's doing, but they simply aren't competing in that way. So it's irrelevant at the end of the day. So I don't really care. I don't care about this Logo Gate much at all.
The only thing I will say too is just that I think it was a mistake for them to come out later in the week for Asha.
Well, that's what I'm going to get to. That's okay. The other part that I was going to allude to. Asha coming out and saying we missed the mark really kind of like made me go, well, that's your first step on a rake moment, Asha, because personally, I don't think that she should have done that, because again, it's not that big a deal. Second, it ties into everything that she's been saying to the community when it comes to we hear you and all that stuff. And what my thumbnail alludes to is I think they should stop that. They should stop saying we're listening to the community like that. Because what community are you actually listening to when you have a fractured community? You have a split community. One side wants exclusives, the other side doesn't. One side wants freaking day and day game pass, other side doesn't give a shit. Like, at the end of the day, you can't please everyone. So in the end, she's going to please no one by doing this strategy. I don't think talking to the community, some people might not like this, but I don't think hitting up a Colt Eastwood or other members of the community that are influencers and stuff and asking them what they think about the brand and what they should do, I don't think that's the right move at all. I say read the room. Look at what's going on. Look at statistics. Look at data and go from there and base your strategy on real stuff, not what people are feeling in the community. Because again, whose side are you going to choose? There's people that want certain things and there's those that don't. So I wouldn't listen to the community at all when it comes to this stuff. You are the person that was hired to come in, fix Xbox as much as you can, do it without the input of a fractured community. That's what I say about this. I don't like the we hear you. I don't like the player's voice thing. I just think it's just, they're shouting into the wind, because at the end of the day, they're really not going to hear everybody. They're just going to pick and choose, and it's going to get confusing. I feel like her coming out and saying what she said after Matt Booty said what he said follows that mixed messaging thing that we got with the last regime. I don't like that. I think that was bad to say that. So I don't know. That's my thoughts. You guys can add what you will. Hargeet, you can jump in, add what you will to this conversation. What did you think about her saying that after Matt Booty?
It's fine. And look, the assumption that she's not going to, like, her entire thing is to look at, how do I increase engagement, right? And that has been going up. They showed that, right? The engagement levels are higher. And responding to community is part of that. So she's going to keep doing that. Whether that means she's actually going to do something about it or not, that's still up in the air. But that's just the way it is. So it's always the, like, don't let it linger, do something about it, right? That's what she's going to keep doing. And, what used to happen was they would just let things linger. And so there was always crap talk about what's going on with Xbox, whereas she's just going to, like, confront it. That's just the way it is. And whether you like that or not, that's who she's going to be. So I think that's what you're going to keep seeing. And, that doesn't mean she's going to change it, by the way. But she will confront it. And they will have something to say about it, right? So I don't know what they're going to do in future shows. I don't think that's the right thing to, like, take the logos away. I don't know. But whatever, that's their problem. Let them figure out how they want to handle it, right?
Well, that's what I mean, Hargeet. That's kind of weird, right? Like, you're coming out and saying we missed the mark. So are you saying you're going to take the logos away the next time? And what would be the reason why? Because half the community doesn't want them? Like, that's where I'm at with this. It's like, who are you going to listen to? Your community is split on this issue. And this one is such a minor issue compared to the bigger parts of it. And it's like, you didn't need to come out and say anything on this issue. I don't know. That's how I feel, Hargeet.
I'll step in. Let me step in. So
go ahead, Holly.
I think that I think it was a mistake for her to step in on this one. This is one that I feel like it just wasn't big enough we've seen Twitter blowups, right? This was not a Twitter blowup. Yeah. This was like a little spark at the bottom of a flame that, didn't go full fire. I think that she should have just let this one pass and do what they were going to do, because it wasn't that big. And if it means that they are going to be taking the logos off the end screen, it's going to give that false sense of whatever security blanket or whatever you want to say, right? About the games maybe being exclusive. And they're not, right? It's too early in her tenure to have made that decision. They're going to keep going down the path that they were and changing the little quick wins that they get. Like I know you don't like the player's voice. I actually sort of disagree with you to a degree about the talking to the community thing, because like, yes, nobody else does it, but that's part of like, you don't want to be just everybody else either, because
I guess the player's voice doesn't hurt, Holly. It doesn't hurt
But
anything.
I don't,
Yeah.
I think the problem is that they've been out of touch holistically, like in the overall just gaming market, right? Obviously, because here we are at this point, and they've had a lot of course corrections to try to do, right? So I don't think there's anything wrong with talking to certain people, knowing your audience, right? Like, you know who's in your community. You ask them what they like, what they don't like. It doesn't mean that they're going to get everything they want. It doesn't mean that they even represent everyone, right? But it puts you in touch with at least what's working and what's not working. So at least in that community. And then you need to find a way to bring in other people, right? So if you take that and you amplify the voice, maybe it's something that they're not like explaining well enough, right? Or there's just things. So I don't think it's wrong for them to look to improve and make the user experience better, make other things better. I don't.
No. I have no
wrong.
problem with trying to improve things. For me, I'm saying I don't think the answers are going to come from a community that's split.
Well, yes. Yeah. And I don't think your business answers are going to come from the community. Like, I don't really think that that's what you should be looking for in your community, right? Like, that's why she hired Ball, right? Like, she hired Matthew Ball and some of these other people, right, to really start doing a heavy overhaul on the business side. And that's great and that's fine. But she's also trying to, like, drum up some more support from people who had lost faith, right? And
but
to
that's
sort of
just
bring
it.
back
I feel like
base.
Yeah, you're right, and I guess that's what I take umbrage with. It is like her making those statements like, we hear you, and then we miss the mark and all this stuff.
Well,
to me, it gives people the illusion. It gives people the illusion that their voice really matters to them.
No.
And I don't think it does when they go they're strategic. Whatever their strategy may be, it's not going to be because WaterEgg32 on Twitter, that's a big Xbox fan, told them, hey, this is what we want, because she can obviously see the community is so split on the littlest of things, including logos. Like, they can't even come together on that.
Yes,
it's so wild.
But it doesn't even, like, to your point, right? Like, little things like that, like, she has to define what matters and what doesn't matter. That's on her to figure out, like, how much of this actually matters. This is one where I think didn't really matter. You should have just moved on and let it go, right? But 100%. I do think there are some that have happened in the past where Xbox has pivoted because of such outrage, and it has mattered, right? So
when the collective group, because she could see when the group mostly comes together, when the community is on board with something. But we're not even
talking about her.
Like price,
don't forget
price decreases, price hikes, things like that all matter to everyone. But when it comes to logos and things like that, zip it. Don't say anything. Let it go. Let it ride. Do what you feel necessary.
That's not even on her, though. That's like, she has a group of people.
It is on her because she's the one speaking out. She did not need to do that. No, because you're saying things that are wrong, Holly. You can't say it's not on her when it's all on her. The we hear you, we're listening, we missed the mark. It's all her. That's all her, Holly.
It's fine. But you're not putting any of the umbrage on the fact that the we hear you was she just said hear you to a statement by like Stallion or somebody, whoever it was, that just said, oh, exclusives would be great. Hear you. It's literally all she said. It's not her fault that all of these Twitter people have taken it as a promise to something that she never said. I do
that's
think
what it's going to be.
But I'll let you talk. I do think that was her first day. It was a honeymoon day. Everybody is excited. And that was probably the only misstep she actually put out there in that whole time, right? With all the engagement. She had a ton of engagement during that honeymoon period right there in the first few weeks. And this one little simple thing that wasn't really meant to be such a big deal is supposed to just be, she had said, everybody, let me know what you think. What do you like? What do you not like? And somebody wrote that, and she just wrote here and kept moving on. And that wound up being like ultimately her first major, like, I don't want to say downfall because it's not a downfall, but it's
not
her,
it's not huge
it's her,
because
it's her stepping stone, right? It's the thing that keeps coming back at her. But I don't know. I don't think it's wrong to ask your community. I think the community has to have better expectations, and maybe it is just because, like, doing it through the player's voice is a much better way to do it because it allows people to go in, write up what they like, write up what they want, and then they get to pick out of that board what they want to do without having that, like, at least somebody feels heard, right? Like, because most of the time when people feel frustrated, they want to feel heard. So at least if there's a place like this community board where you can go put in what you're frustrated about or what you want to see change, that person feels a little bit better because they submitted it, right? And then Xbox can read it, evaluate it, leave it alone, do something, whatever they want. It doesn't, I don't want to say it doesn't necessarily matter, but at least both parties feel like there was some level of an engagement process, right? So it's a better way to do things, and I don't think it's wrong for them to evaluate what's working and what's not from the people who actually use their product.
Yeah, no, they have to do that, but I think they need to more look at data and actual facts more than listen to the feelings of a split community. That's what I'm getting at. And Donnie, you're the epitome of somebody who probably just listens to whatever Xbox tells you, and you're just a good little boy when it comes to that. So you just need to relax. And to say that I don't play games, I literally play games daily for hours with people. Like, I don't understand. You're just irrelevant, Donnie. Anyways, but yeah, it's a situation where I don't take too serious on the whole logo thing. Like, it's not a really huge deal. I take more issue with her kind of coming out there and pretending to really listen to the community when the community is, again, split. It's not on the same page at all. So
yeah, that's true.
I don't know how they're going to go forward, because I don't know what kind of strategy they're going to do at all, because I know they're not going to listen to everyone in the community, because again, we're split. I don't know what they're going to do going forward. They've got me really confused on what their next step is, because
I give it
one,
a 70%
logos are fine.
chance.
This is logos aren't fine anymore. They missed the mark based on how many people out there complaining? Because as you said, it wasn't that big on Twitter. Why did she make that statement?
She's trying to stay ahead of everybody and still keep, especially with the showcase coming up. I think she's just, she does it quite, she hasn't seen the big blowups yet. I don't think she's actually, she wasn't a gamer. She wasn't around for all the stuff 2 years ago, right? Like, so I just don't think I don't think she knows what it can be yet, right? So somebody should have warned her, but it's okay. Maybe they did, and she still wanted to do this. I think it's a 70% chance that every single game at the Xbox showcase only has Xbox logos on it. That's just my guess. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I was talking to Donnie, not Danny. Donnie is the one that came at me with weird stuff. I don't play games. That's funny. That's hilarious. Anyways, why personified with the $4.99? Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Says, we didn't see any Xbox logo at State of Play today for multi-plat games. Xbox should focus on their brand recognition first. Why aren't people getting this? See, here's one of them who feels they shouldn't have the logos there at Xbox Showcase. And then you got plenty of people in the chat who disagree with them. It's split. Woggerman, what's up, Alex, with the $10? I appreciate you, buddy. See you in 2 days. He says, 2 more days. All us grumpy old gamers, folks, descend upon LA. Decent state of play. Still lots of logos left this week. See you soon, guys. We will definitely see you soon, Alex. Appreciate you. Alex is picking me up from the airport, by the way. So I will definitely see him right away. Kiop 901. I don't know if that's how you say it. How do you say that? Kiop? Kiop? I don't know. God of Woo. No one asked for this. And Danny Passion. I missed the official on the end there. With the 2, thanks a lot. He says, Fonz. I agreed, but it's not bad that she said it too. Lotus Esprit. Thank you very much. That blue number can do no wrong. Every time we have you, you can do no wrong.
Must mean all the time.
I love
then,
that.
Right? It's in between.
Yeah, I
too.
guess so.
Yeah.
You're always right. You're always right. Yeah. Anyways,
I think it meant God of Who, right? Maybe
Mhm.
God of Who.
I think it meant God
Sorry.
of Who. Nobody asked for this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just thinking.
We did know it was going to be his wife, though. I mean, we all saw
Yeah.
that coming.
We all knew this was coming.
Yeah. So Zocker's in the chat. He says, "What's up?"
Zaka.
Hi, friend.
Yeah. I don't know. I just, the whole fucking gate logo gate is way overblown. Way overblown.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just wanted to do a Ric Flair. You're right. You're right, Jacob. Anyways, but yeah, that's there's no more to even speak on that. That it's whatever. Because honestly, like I said, I don't know what their strategy is going forward. None of us know. None of us is going to tell them what to do. They're not going to listen to us. They're going to listen to analytics and data, and they're going to push forward is the way they want based on the most amount of profits they can bring in. That's how they're going to go. It's a corporation. It's a business. They're not there to listen to our feelings. That's all I'm getting at. If you guys have a problem with me saying that, that's how all corporations navigate. They don't listen to you like that. They listen to you on little things sometimes. Maybe this logo gate thing, they'll listen to you, but in the grand scheme of things, the logos don't fucking matter. All right? Not that much. So, anyways, let's move on. Now let's talk about what we did see today in terms of our first showcase really this week. State of
We're not
play.
going to do any other news. That's it. Okay, cool.
Oh, what other news did we have? Wait, what other
I
news
don't know.
did
There
we
was
have,
a
Hargy?
Fable delay.
Oh, I thought for some reason.
Well, we
I
know
thought
why
talked
now,
about that
right?
last week, but you're right. You're right.
So
it did happen
Fable
at the same
delay.
time.
We
So-
had Call of Duty put out its trailer before the showcase.
Yes.
That's pretty crazy. And then we got the Protect Our Games Act,
So
which is also a big deal.
let's start with the Call of Duty trailer because I did watch
Yeah.
it and I thought it looked pretty good. I'm not a huge Call of Duty guy because like if I play them, I'm playing it more for the campaign. However, Call of Duty itself, showing before the showcase is kind of a big tell to me. They didn't have room for it over there. They've got a lot of stuff to show. That's what that's what I expect anyway. I'm not going to say that's what's going on, but I'm hoping for that. I guess you can say, Hargeet. I hope that they have a lot of cool shit to show, and they're like, you know what? They can stand on their own Call of Duty. So let's put out the trailer. That's the way I took it. How did you take it, Hargeet? Like, what did you think of it?
There's multiple angles. I think you're right. There's part of it is that, but they are going to show it on Sunday as well, because they've already said that as part of the trailer. They're going to show. Is it DMZ? Holly, you'll probably know
DMZ.
more about this.
DMZ,
so you can get into
DMZ
that.
2.
Yeah, you can get into that piece of it, but they are going to show something. It could be that. I also think they want to dissociate Call of Duty from Xbox as much as possible, and they just want to make sure that it keeps selling. So they've already taken it out of Game Pass. I don't think they'll ever put any Xbox logo on it ever, because they just don't want to even call any attention to the fact that it's owned by them. I think that's how it's really, like, to me, that's where they're going with it. They want to make sure that never has that Xbox or whatever feel to it, because they need it to make money. So they want it to just sell. But it could just be as simple as what you're saying. I think that's incredibly weird to me. Like, it's literally the big game you paid like at least 40 out of the 70 billion for, and you're telling me you won't put that game up on your showcase? Like, no, I think there's something else to it. I think they want it dissociated. I think they want to make sure that Call of Duty is considered Call of Duty and not Xbox Call of Duty. And I think that's exactly why they did that. And that video is up at like 50 plus million views already. So it's working. And I think that's exactly what it is. It needs to have its own thing. I think they're going to go back to Call of Duty marketing itself and not using Xbox to market. I think they're going to go full bang like the way they usually do, and get that game sold as much as possible. So that's what I see from it. But it is a very interesting move, right? It's an interesting move. But like the trailer itself looked cool, whatever. It's Call of Duty, right? Whatever, it's Call of Duty. For those who love Call of Duty, I'm sure it was great. For me, I'm like, meh, whatever. So it's Call of Duty. But yeah, it is an interesting move. Like a week or two before your showcase, here you go.
Yeah, no, I hear you. So Holly, for you, the trailer, what'd you think? You're the Call of Duty fan here. You're the one that's actually a fan of the series on this
I
panel.
love Call of Duty. I do. I can't help it. I like it a lot. It's great. It's fantastic. It was good. I really liked it. I'm not super surprised we saw it separately. COD used to do their reveals in May all the time. They kind of held it, the first year that they actually owned Activision, they did it at the showcase as the sort of direct right at the end. And that was good because Black Ops 6 was huge. It was a huge installation. At least it was good for me. I loved it. And Black Ops 6 was great too. I think everybody really actually enjoyed the campaign, and even if you don't like multiplayer. It doesn't, like I said, it doesn't surprise me that they did it early just because of historical COD. They just kind of like to do it on their own. I do think I don't know, they might not have enough put together yet either to do like a bigger reveal at the showcase. As far as like the campaign and the multiplayer. But the campaign looks really good. Captain Price is back, and Ghost, and Captain Price has gone rogue, and it's gonna be a great story for the campaign, and I'm so excited.
I know
can't
you're
wait.
excited.
I know. I'm really excited for it. I am. And they've come out with a lot of like information here and there about the multiplayer. So they're feeding intel. They're swearing that they're not going to do any crazy skins, that everything is going to be much more appropriate for Call of Duty, which is also interesting. We'll see if they actually follow through with that. But then I think what I found more shocking is that out of everything at the end of the trailer, they said DMZ will be shown on June 7th. And I went, wait a minute, that's the showcase date. So clearly they're going to show it at the showcase. They didn't even say at the Xbox showcase, which I thought, like you would say at the Xbox showcase. It didn't. But DMZ, I think they're putting way more eggs in the DMZ basket than they have in the past. If anybody knows DMZ, they've done it. They didn't do it the last COD or two, but it was kind of an old relic from like Modern Warfare 2 or 3. They didn't support it as much as they did Warzone, because Warzone is a battle royale and everybody played Warzone for forever, and DMZ was just kind of their low-key extraction shooter, but it was fun. They just didn't have, it needed some work. So I think with the rise of Arc Raiders and Marathon and some of those other things, that we're going to see like way more investment in pumping a lot of marketing into DMZ too. So On that hand, I'm not surprised that they're going to show it at the Xbox showcase because they're looking for that.
Yeah.
So,
real quick, I just want to address something about the last topic, because Why Personified said it's not overblown. Talking about the logos, he says it's about brand identity. You don't show the competitor platforms. Here's the thing. I just want to address all of you who feel that way and just tell you this. The reason why they show all the logos is because they need those sales from those other platforms. That is why they show the logos. Because nobody, or excuse me, not nobody, that's hyperbolic. But because of Game Pass, less and less people are actually buying games on their own platform. And they want sales. And their developers want bonuses because they only attach them to sales. That is the reason why. That is absolutely the reason why they are showing logos, because they want to make those sales on other platforms. Anyone who disagrees with what I just said just doesn't know anything about this business. You don't. And I don't even think Hargeet would disagree with what I just said. But they want to sell.
That's facts. And I think it helps them get more trailers in their show, because they know they can say, no, this is coming everywhere. It's not locked to just Xbox, right? Mm-hmm. And just to be fair, I mean, Xbox has the least amount of consoles versus their competitors and PC, right? So even if you add in the Xbox PC app, fine. Not all PC players tend to use that to buy their games. And, Steam is the big boy there. That's just the way it is. And you have to say, we're going to put that Steam logo there, right? I think that's a fair thing. So yeah, it is. It's mostly about that. Like the developer, the publisher, and ultimately the consumer, we all win when they show everything, right? Because we get to see where it is. The developer gets to sell it to everybody. Publisher gets the money from everybody. That's the ultimate thing. The only person that would be helped by obscuring that is a platform. And okay, maybe that's useful for a platform. I don't care. That's not a me problem. But I don't care.
And I think some of these people are looking at it differently, because I'm trying to tell you that it's not my opinion here. Xbox isn't looking at PlayStation as a competition anymore, because they're putting all their games over there for sale. It's not competition, guys. Get that out of your mind. Like, if you want real competition, then you want full exclusivity like I do. That would be real competition. Then you don't put the logos there. I would agree 100%. But as it stands right now, Xbox doesn't compete. They're not competing. They're just selling their games everywhere. The only competition that's there is competing for your time and money for their games. And that's it. That's the way I look at it. So yeah, going back to the Call of Duty thing. Yeah, they showed Call of Duty and it looked pretty good. The other thing, the Fable being delayed was a big one. That's what Matt Booty had said. And a lot of people have different opinions on why they, possibly delayed Fable. Some people are saying, Hargeet, that it's because they needed more time for the PlayStation version day and date. Some people are stating that, while others are saying, I'm in the camp that's more that they just wanted out of the way of all these other bigger games, especially GTA 6. I was saying on this show, push it to next year.
There are games that are coming out this fall that we still don't know the release date for, right? And we just had State of Play that showed a whole bunch of games coming out in September. And it's like, okay, dude, how much crowding can you do? And they've already done this to themselves so many times, where they put a game out at the beginning of the month and at the end of the month. And it's like, dude, you're killing your own games, let alone competition with all the third parties. And I kind of like moving it because they already have Gears to come out. COD, it's already set, right? We got the October 23rd, right? Gears is likely going to be in that September time frame. And it's like, dude, there's already so many other games. How much do you want to keep competing with yourself? Not, let alone all the other partners that are going to put those games on your system as well, right? It's like, yeah, it was getting dicey and dicey. I kept seeing the November, December. I'm like, do not touch those months when GTA is dropping. It makes no sense. Just move it. We don't need it to get killed because GTA came out. That's just a waste.
Yep.
Put it out a couple of months later. in February. Now, does that mean they get to polish it? Sure. Good. Polish it more. That's fine. Right. If that means you don't need a day one patch for it to work right, good. That's a good thing. Right. So I'm all for that. But I've been in that mode for a bit now because I'm like, if that GTA is coming out, do not mess with Fable and put it out next to that. I don't want to do it. They got me already with the Dev Direct. I'm like, this is great. I like what I'm seeing. Now just make the game land. And if you need an extra few months, fine. Just put it out in February. I actually love that. This year again, we had to wait till like April for what the heck came out? I can't even remember, but and then May for Forza. It's Kiln, right? Kiln. And it's like, dude, now I have a big game right at the beginning of the year in winter, right? February, we're gonna get Fable. Awesome. That's what you need to have. Like something at the beginning of the year would be good instead of everything getting bunched up at the end of the year. Right.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about all those games that are bunched up at the end of this year. Holy crap. Like,
yes,
it's insanity. so like, especially September is freaking wild. Like, I don't know how people are going to deal with all those games if they want all those games within September. Your wallet is screwed. But anyways, but yeah, Holly, how about you? How do you feel about this delay of Fable?
I don't care. No, I think it's not surprising to me at all, even though I was like, well, no, it is. I actually think it's this year until their social media team was literally on every post ever saying, see you in 2026, see you in the fall in 2026. And then all of a sudden, oh, wait, never mind. It's fine. It's only like, what, 3 to 6 months, right? Depending on when you thought it was actually going to come out. It's not a big deal. There's so many games coming out this year. And despite, I always feel like the year is a little too overpacked at the end anyway, right? So it is nice to have like a really big game in the early part of the year to be excited for. And so obviously this will be that. And it's not a big deal, whether it's because it needs more polish or just because of GTA and everything else coming out. Because as you said, we're going to talk about, the problem is a lot of these games have moved way far early to get out of GTA's way. And now, unfortunately for all of them, all they're doing is cannibalizing each other, right? Because there's no way you can buy all of the games that, I'm sure there's more on the list that are coming out in September that you were planning on getting than you can play. So what's going to happen is you're going to pick the one, maybe two that you're going to buy right away, and then probably wait for a sale or pick it up in the fall because you've bought it. And now you've got GTA to keep you busy for who knows how long. And then you'll be like, oh yeah, that game, because you'll see it on sale somewhere else. So it is really unfortunate that they're all kind of packing in on each other, but it's good that Fable moved out of that pathway.
Yep. And and we got word in the chat, and I looked it up, and it is true. Phantom Blade moved out of September
October
into the end of October. October, yeah. Very smart move, because that was just 6 days out from Wolverine or something like that. And I was just like, why?
It's a year timed exclusive on
yes
on Sony. Yeah.
Yes.
NPC, right? It's coming to both.
NPC.
It's coming to PC as well.
But not
but not Xbox. Yeah. You know how they do. Wish Xbox would do it, but Anyway, so the other piece of news was what did you say, Hargeet? What was the other one?
It's the there's a group called Stop Killing Games. And so
yes, talk about that.
And then California passed the Protect Our Games Act. Nice. So that as of the beginning of next year, when games come out, you can no longer just kill the game. You have to give a 60-day notice and then provide a patch to make the game playable without your service, or offer a full refund. So it will incentivize that. Hopefully there will be patches that will allow people to continue to play the game, right? So either it opens it up and other people can create the server or whatever they need to do, or it just plays in an offline mode, but it gives developers time to now like grapple with that hey, games starting beginning of next year, you cannot just turn it off. You have to provide a way for that game to continue to be accessible to the people who paid for it. So that is essentially what they've passed. This is still working its way through in the EU and UK, right? So they're still working it over there, but this is a big victory. It's a big victory for Stop Killing Games, and I think it's a big victory for gamers, right? This is a digital preservation that hey, you paid for something, you should still have it, even though the publishers decided to just turn off the servers. You should still be able to play your game. You paid for it, and it's one thing to say, okay, it's annoying that I can't play a multiplayer game. I guess that could be kind of problematic because you need other players. But they do this with freaking single player games, where you need a stupid server login to be able to start a game you own. It's fully offline playable. There's nothing needed. They just decided to do. It's like, no, that should not be allowed, and you can't just kill the game because you decided, right? And I think that's a good big win. I think it's a big win, and it's good. So hopefully more states follow. That was California did that one, but it doesn't matter. You can't not sell in California. It's just not going to happen, right? So it's too big a user base, too much money that people would be not having. It's got to be, and a lot of developers are right there. It's just the way it is. So. So that is a big win. I hope the EU, UK, they follow suit. I hope it goes federal at some point. That at the US level, same thing. You got to have, and maybe 60 days is too longer. I don't know, whatever, right? But it at least gives something to the player, to the consumer, instead of always to the freaking company that they always keep winning. So
I think that's very important that you said that. And I want to make a distinction. Like, for most of the things, I don't want the federal government stepping in on our hobby and doing things. But in a situation like this, it makes a lot of sense because this is about ownership. This is about you buying a game and them not being able to take it away from you at any time. And I think it's a really, really great call. Finally, they did something right over there in California. I had to take a little dig. Sorry. My ex-stomping grounds. My hometown. F them. Anyway, how do you feel about this, Holly?
I've been watching Russ. I think his name is right. Ross. Take this all the way up to the EU and go through that. And he went and did the court or whatever you call it, right? Like he testified over in the EU, and that was cool to watch. So I am surprised that it got traction over here, because but of course, if it was going to gain traction anywhere, it would be California. So I tend to think that if I find it hard to believe that they would do that just for California and not just make it just a North America patch, right? Like, so it is good that they preserve games like that, as long as it's reasonable 100%. For everyone to make sure that, it's not putting way too much burden on somebody, which I don't really think it is. Then I think it's a good thing that everybody has the capability to play their game in the future.
Yep. So I think it's good, like, even shout out to Xbox with their whole initiative on trying to, have game conservation and bringing back those old titles and trying to make more back compat titles and trying to get you to be able to use your discs and just make them, transfer them over and make them playable today on these consoles and stuff. I think what Jason Ronald is doing there is a big service as well to all gamers in that respect. I feel like more companies should be doing that. I think they should be looking out for their consumers. PlayStation, Nintendo, all of them should be doing this kind of stuff. Game preservation is very important. So, yeah, and I hope everybody really cool.
talks about this. I mean, I know it's all like the showcase week, but this is big news, and I think it really should be celebrated in the gaming community. It's a massive deal. And it's something they've been fighting for. And I think it's finally a big victory for us gamers. So I hope everybody does talk about this, like say, yep, this is something we want, and this is something that's great, and not just pass over this massive story.
For sure, for sure. You got anything else? If you got something else, we can do it, or we can get right into the showcases.
I don't think there's anything else that's that big. Everybody's
Good.
been doing prediction shows and all that, right? But I think we're good. Let's just talk about Sony.
We're good. Sony State of Play, guys. So I don't have a list of games up at the moment. I should have.
I can give you a site that has it.
I got
if
it.
you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking it up right now. State of Play. Okay. So from start to finish, if you want, you can share it in the private chat, guys. But yeah, so overall, while we're looking up that, overall, I'm going to tell you my thoughts on the overall show. I thought it was well paced, as they usually are. And surprisingly, they had a lot more games there for me than I thought they would have, to be honest. There was only a few that I was just like, meh, I don't want to play that. So we'll give the scores at the end, what we feel total. But I liked what I saw for the most part so far. Holly, what did you feel for the most part, just overall?
I didn't love the show. I guess I feel like they set the expectation a little bit higher than what we got. They put it in the theaters and they pushed it to having it this week with all of the other gaming shows, which I do think is good that they're doing it, along with everybody else. But that was like, they kind of didn't have the confidence to do that before. And here they are this year pushing it out to that and putting it in theaters. This thing is gonna rock. So, I can't.
I thought it did.
I can't say that I thought it rocked. I thought it was okay. I thought it was like a 7 out of 10 for me.
Okay. Okay. All right. You gave a score. So I don't know. Hargeet, how did you feel overall? And then we'll get into the games, what we liked, what we didn't like.
Yeah. So, I went into this trying to I was hoping it was gonna be very, very good, and it wasn't. It was decent. I'm gonna call it a decent showcase. I thought they started pretty well with Marvel Wolverine. I thought it showed as it has been showing. So it's more of the same of what we've already seen. So and that's not a bad thing, right? It looks good. Looks very gory. It looks like it's gonna have a lot of action to it. At least that's what we see. So look good. I think they did Tokon next. I think that was the next thing they showed. And I'm not a fighting game guy, so I'm like, okay, that's cool. Rayman, okay, cool. And I mean, this is kind of where it started to get a little boring for me. Like, okay, I don't know what's going on with this chef dude in Japan. Like, okay, that's nice. By the way, is this even showing? Did you put it up? I don't know if you're.
Oh,
I shared it.
Looking at it to stage, yeah.
Yeah, so these are the games that were shown, right? We'll get back to the last two here. They were
so before we go, let's go. We'll talk a little bit about each one that they showed. First one, Wolverine.
Yep,
I thought it was excellent. I'm really, really looking forward to playing this game. I am a huge Wolverine fan, so bias here.
Yep,
and Insomniac are really great at what they do with these Marvel characters. I mean, look what they did with Spider-Man anyway. It was really fantastic. So I thought it was very visceral, gory, like everything I would expect from a Wolverine video game they showed me here. And I'm excited for it. I think it looks incredible. I think I just want to play it like right now. I think the actor that's playing him is doing an excellent job with the voice and everything. Incredible. So I saw David Jaffe right after the show. He was streaming and he said something and it made me kind of chuckle because he was like, I understand the anti-woke or the woke stuff and everything. He's like, but God, can they just at least make like Jean Grey better looking? Like, he was saying something like that. And I was just kind of laughing because I was like, well, there is that, she's, not the best looking character out there, and usually with Marvel characters, you see better looking, people in general, male and female. So I thought it was funny that he mentioned that, but I think the game looks fantastic. So I'm excited for that. What about you, Hargy, Wolverine? How did it look
it looks good. It looks good enough. Like, again, if it comes to PC, I might pick it up, but otherwise, I'm like, okay, cool. Right? It's
Holly. How about
it
you
looks
then?
like it's
good.
more Insomniac, right? So
what about you? Somebody wrote Eugene Gray in the chat. Eugene Gray.
Nice.
Jeez.
I don't like Jean
Wasn't
Grey.
that bad?
Am I supposed to like Jean Grey? I have never ever.
You don't
liked
like her as a character?
No, I
Really?
can't stand her. She drives me nuts.
I like the X-Men. Love the X-Men.
I like X-Men, but I've always not liked her. I'm like, she's the villain inside the X-Men. I just never liked her. So yeah, but I also agree with Jaffe. Like, she could have been prettier. I don't really know what's going on there, but
A little homely, right?
Yeah. So it was just like an odd character model compared to, because like they showed Logan, without the headpiece on, right? And I was like, see, that looks normal, but Jean looked a little bit off, like a little more cartoony or something. I don't know. But I love Insomniac. Like, they're so good. Like, they're just good at games. And I like Wolverine as a character a lot. I have a regular like first edition PS5. So I will probably pick it up on that and play it. Yeah, because I do want to play that game. I wouldn't buy a whole console for it, but I do want to play Wolverine. So I'll play it.
Nice. So next up we had that Tokon.
Tokon.
The Marvel fighting game. Yeah. Huggy.
Which again, I'm not a fighting game guy, right? So I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. It's the same with like they had Invincible Versus and even Killer Instinct, and I'm like, whatever. I don't care. We had the Year of Fighters like last year, right? We had Street Fighter. Was it last year, or the year before, whatever. We had Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat, and everything was all these other games were coming out. Was what's the other one? Tekken, right? They were all coming out like, oh, cool. It says the Year of Fighters. I don't care. It doesn't excite me if it's just a fighting game, whatever. I played through the story of what's the WB one there? The DC characters, Injustice, just to see the story, because the story is actually pretty good, right? But but beyond that, like, I don't care. The fighting's like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I agree with you, Lord Metroid. Thank you for being a member for 36 months. He said Wolverine looks good, but Phantom Blade Zero, wow. Yeah, we'll get to that. But yeah, Holly, you're not a big fighting fan either.
Tokon, don't care. I fast forwarded.
I'm not really big on it.
Well, I watched it live, so I couldn't fast forward. But
yeah,
surprisingly, I liked Rayman.
Yeah, Rayman looks okay. Again, it's a platform.
As a
game,
platformer, it looks
good.
incredible.
I'm so excited for Rayman. I'm so excited for Rayman. It looks so good. Like the graphics.
At first, I was like, when I saw him, I was like, Rayman, and then I was like, I started to see the gameplay, and I was like, that looks like a fun platformer.
Mm-hmm. Good for you,
so
Fonz. Outside the box for you.
Getting into platformers. Might I remind you, there's this little company called Nintendo that makes some really
I do love some Mario games as well. Like I said, I played Mario Wonder. I played that last Mario game. I do like some platformers. What is it? The Psychonauts 2? Loved it. I love that franchise.
Oh,
Psychonauts is amazing.
2 is such a gem. Yes.
Yep.
All right. And then so after Rayman came the chef dude, Bancho, whatever. I don't know.
Bancho.
Like,
it's the same thing. Yeah. Bancho looks so good. It's a prequel for Dave the Diver.
I don't know. Okay, so I know of Dave the Diver. I never played it. Never played it.
It's so good. And
never played it, never enjoyed it.
Bancho is the chef that you go out and you catch fish, and then you bring it back, and you become Bancho, and you have to cook recipes and all that stuff. It's like a cooking game. And then Dave goes out, gets more fish, and it's a whole ecosystem thing. So this is a story about Bancho becoming the chef before he met Dave the Diver. It's great.
Highly rated game though, like Dave the Diver. I've never had a chance to play it.
It's so much fun.
It's a very high rated, like, game of the year contender if memory serves, right? It's pretty highly rated. But anyway, so yeah, that's Bancho. Then came Kamuri, which again, I'm like, okay.
I didn't care for this one.
Like, okay.
Yeah, I didn't care for that either. I was watching it with Zucker and Gaz. We were watching it together, and we were commenting on stuff. And Gaz liked that one. Me and Zucker were like,
yeah. I mean, it looks like it has potential, right? Because you can change what powers you have and all that stuff. Like, okay, cool. Yeah, it's possible. It'll be really cool. I'm gonna just start here and say the one thing that really, really bugged me is people talking. Why? Just why?
Thank you. It was too much, right? They gave her too much time.
Yeah, exactly. Like I get the excitement of your. I don't care. Just no. The lady.
No, the woman for
Murray.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I'm like, and there were other ones too, and I'm like, just stop. Just stop talking. Like, I don't. Unless you're giving me useful information, I don't really want to hear you. I just just go away. Hear you. I want to just forget.
I love it.
Who the fuck is this guy?
I just want the game trailer and move on. So I know that's nitpicky, but it is what it is. It kills the pacing. Now you guys might have watched it afterwards, and you can actually fast forward.
No, not me. I watched it live.
Just stop.
Yeah. No, I fast forward.
That was the lull for me as well. That was the lull for me as well.
Stop talking.
Yeah.
Like, so anyways, and then it moved to the next game, which actually did look really good. Tomb Raider looks pretty cool. This is the remake, I think, right?
Fantastic.
Loved it. I think this was like one of my favorite trailers they showed.
Definitely.
So I was happy to see that. And then
what about you, Holly?
Lost Wild?
Tomb Raider.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, it looked good. Yeah. It got delayed.
Looks awesome.
You know, February 12th is a delay. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care. That's fine. February's good.
Yep.
There's too many games already this fall. I'm good. Move it. It's fine. Move it.
Yeah, it looked good. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, and then came the Lost Wild, which looks like some sort of dinosaur mixy game with people. I don't know what's going on. It looks like maybe the Jurassic Park type stuff going on. I don't know what's going on there, but yeah,
it looked like Jurassic Park the game, kind of.
Yeah, it did.
It's an
right?
Annapurna though, so it has to. I feel like it's got to have a little more of a like twist, than just
story.
Yeah,
really heavy on narrative, probably.
But yeah, so that was that one. Phantom Blade, it still looks good, right? They've been showing it a couple of times now, and still looks good. So we'll see what happens there.
That is one of my most anticipating games for this year.
And now that's Phantom the end of October. All right, so that's coming up. But it looks good. I don't know, Holly, what do you think of Phantom Blade?
No, it looks fantastic. Yeah. I'll be getting that one.
Yep, and that's available on PC and PlayStation, of course. With some
be playing it
weirdo
on PC.
Exclusivity crap.
Sorry, Sony guys, but I'll be playing it on PC.
I mean, why wouldn't you, right?
Yeah,
get so much better performance.
100%.
Dune Awakening. Again, this is a game that I think kind of exists, but they're adding like a single player story thingy to it, right? So they've been talking about that for a while. I don't know what's going on, but whatever. I don't know if this is something that's of interest to you guys, but I'm like, I don't know.
So, not interested
I don't know why
in Dune Awakening at all. It looks boring as shit, and
it's been on PC for like almost a year, right? I've never.
Yeah, I don't know.
I have a brother, an older brother that plays it, or he played it, and he like did a lot of shit in there. I'm like, you like some boring fucking games, but yeah. Anyways,
So that was that. Whatever. And then Dynasty Warriors 3 Complete Edition Remastered. Okay, that's nice. Remaster of an old game. This isn't that like genre that just it's okay. I don't want to call it like boring, but to me it's boring. I'm sorry, but I get bored with it.
Dynasty Warriors sucks.
It is what it is. I can give it a little bit of time, and then I'm like, I'm done with this. I don't. It just doesn't.
Sorry.
It doesn't.
If
keep
people
my
are
attention long
upset that
enough.
I say that about Dynasty Warriors,
Sorry.
I've never been a fan of Dynasty Warriors. I've tried 1 and 2. I do not like Dynasty Warriors.
Holly, do you
Holly,
think
you
anything
like
about
Dynasty?
that? Is that
She said,
Yeah,
she
moving on.
said just go.
Go.
Just go.
Yeah. No Rest for the Wicked is moving towards its full release.
Woohoo!
So
That looks-
that's
This is
everywhere.
This is a
Looks good.
fantastic game. It's been on
Yeah.
PC
Yeah.
for like 2 years now. It's
Yeah,
everybody.
it's Moon Studios, right? The Ori developers,
Mhm.
right? But yeah, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I may play it eventually because I really like these types of games. It's very Diablo-esque,
It's
with a Souls
fun.
twist.
You're the perfect audience for this game because it's a Souls-like top down. It's
Yep.
it's
I'll
a
be
lot of
playing it,
gear-based
for
stuff.
sure.
Yep, it's great.
Onimusha was
Onimusha.
next. Again, this
Yes.
is another look. I had and now that it's way beyond the NDA, like I was able to go in after Summer Game Fest last year into the Capcom arena they had there in Play Days, and I got to see the game in action. With the embargo thing, but now it's pretty much out there. You guys have seen whatever I've seen in this trailer. It just shows more of the same stuff. I think it's like the 3rd time we're looking at it, something like that. There's been plenty of stuff out there, and it's coming up. It's coming up at the beginning of September, I think. So not too far away, a couple of months away. So we'll be getting that game soon. So yep, looks good. What did you guys think?
I'm looking forward to it. I think it's a great. Now, mind you, I'm on a budget. I'm not going to be able to buy this day one. I will buy it eventually because I already have my money allocated for the games I'm buying the rest of the year. So I already know what I'm going to be buying. So I will get this probably, beginning of next year sometime. But I'm going to play it because I love the first one. So yeah, definitely going to play it. You, Holly?
Onimusha for sure. Yeah, I'm interested to see. There's a demo. Did you see that's coming up pretty quick? And you get a little reward if you play the demo and you buy the game. But I'm really interested to see how the combat actually is. When you play it in it. But it's Capcom, so it should be good.
All right, and then it was Silent Hill Townfall. And unfortunately, it's just, so I bought Silent Hill F and what was it, 2 or something, whatever the double combo they had,
2.
like maybe, yeah, there was a little bit ago, right? To try to give Silent Hill a chance. I'm not a horror genre guy at all, so I usually walk away from most of these. I don't like the Resident Evils either. Whatever, it just is what it is, right?
Oh,
I'm like, fine, I haven't tried a Silent Hill. I will give it a chance. Have not been able to turn it on yet, so I don't know.
Silent Hill is way scarier and harder than Resident Evil is.
Yeah, so
it is.
it's likely I'm
100%.
gonna like it, but it's like I'll give it the chance. But it's like I don't.
Okay, you don't even care for Resident Evils at all?
Like 4? Have you tried 4? 4 is just
I
pretty
got
much
through
all
about
action.
2/3 of 4, and I'm like, ugh, I'm done. I can't do this anymore.
Because I really loved RE9. The last one was so good. So good.
Yeah, I don't. There's just something about them. Like
That's
it's like
fine. That's fair.
forced. Everything has to be
We all
dramatic.
like different things.
You only have 3 bullets, and I'm like, just go away. Like, stop this. And like, I can't take the crap.
That's fine.
Like, all right, so, but anyway, so that was my thoughts on that. What did you guys think of Silent Hill?
I'm not huge on Silent Hill. I probably won't play it.
I thought Town Hall looked good. I still haven't bought F. I was waiting for a good sale on that one because it came out when like Borderlands was out last year. So my money went to Borderlands. And unfortunately, this one's going to fall victim to the same thing where it's coming out like the day before Onimusha and 4 other games within like that week or something like that.
By the way, let me tell you what it is. Blood of Dawnwalker, Wolverine, Silent Hill, Control Resonant, and Onimusha. Good luck.
And that's just the
Good luck
big
to all
names.
those games.
And probably
likely
Gears, too.
Gears of War. Exactly.
Yes.
Likely Gears of War.
Gears of War has to come out mid to end of October. It has to.
No, it's Call of Duty is October 23rd.
Call of Duty is October 23rd. Yeah, that's not happening. It's September. It's coming September, dude.
Well, E-Day has my money, so I'll be picking that up.
Yep.
But anyway, so
Um,
Town Hall I thought looked good, but it's gonna suffer the same fate as F, and it's just gonna have to wait. Yeah.
and then Ace Combat. Okay, whatever. I just again, it's one of those. I'm like, yeah,
I don't
that's
care for
nice.
those plain
I,
games.
Yeah.
yeah, it's cool, but whatever, right? And then they had another racing game, and I'm like, okay, is this like something
You know,
that?
that stuntman was funny though, Hargy.
It
'cause
looked
Yeah.
I'm sitting
good.
here and I'm looking at Knight Rider and all these
Yeah,
other
and
like
I'm like,
classic movie
wait,
scenes, and I'm like, this
what's
is
going
awesome.
on?
DeLorean. I know.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
And I was
how did
I
we
was
go through
really
Knight
into it.
Rider?
And then when it said Stuntman Hollywood, I was
we
like,
had like, and then we had Back to the
No.
Future. I'm like, what's going on here?
I was
And
like,
it's
this might
Stuntman.
be
Well,
the first racing game I actually want to spend money on. And then I was like, I don't know, maybe when it's on super sale, and you know what I mean, like just to see. But it had to cost them a ton to get all those licensed cars.
yeah,
don't you
it looks
think?
beautiful too.
Yeah.
It
It
does.
looked really
yeah,
good.
and then the music too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, ultimately, I don't care. I don't race. Racing games are just not for me. So yeah, like, cool. It was funny. Like to your point, it was interesting because it was funny. But that was it for me for that. And then
Shout out to
Ill-
Cassie Cage for a cage raid. I appreciate you, Cass.
nice.
Yeah.
And then Ill again. Sorry, it's a horror game, and I'm like,
Oh, that looks
okay.
so good.
Ill
looks
whatever.
awesome.
In the best way
That
possible.
looks amazing. It
So
was
good.
one of the better looking games of the show, to be honest.
They showed it last year, and
Uh,
everybody was like blown away by it, and it just looks better and better. Yeah.
yeah. And just again for me, it's like, okay, next. Control Resonant. Okay, next.
Cute.
Sorry, I just don't care. I don't care. I tried
Remedy.
Control. I couldn't even get through it. I just couldn't get through it.
You know why? I'll tell
like,
you why. Press X to
it's
be bored.
boring.
I'm sorry,
boring.
but
I'm sorry,
Remedy
but it's
makes
boring.
the most boring games, in my opinion.
They made
Holly,
a couple of great games. They
you
have.
might
They
like
made
'em.
great games. But like,
Oh,
I
Matt,
just
the original,
Control
what
just
was
isn't
it?
for me.
The
Like
Max
the
Payne?
one from
the
the
Max
Xbox.
Payne.
Max Payne. Max Payne is an
Payne.
incredible game, but
I like
after that,
yeah. I like the what was that movie when the where he does time dilation stuffy
Alan Wake.
the one
quantum
No,
break
Quantum
Oh,
Break.
Quantum Break.
Quantum Break, yeah. Quantum Break. I like that one. That was good. But like, I don't like Alan Wake was okay. Like I played it, finished it, whatever. Alan Wake 2, I didn't even bother. I don't know. In Control, I
boring.
couldn't. I got through like 30-40% of it, and I'm like, I'm done. It's just I'm done.
You're both
I
wrong.
can't do it anyway.
You're both wrong.
Yeah, it's just,
what I will say-
so you like them, Holly? You like Remedy? You like Remedy?
What I will say is that to me, Remedy is just about the best world building studio out there, as far as like, it's amazing how all these games are in the same universe. They interact with each other. They have pulses with each other, and they have that weird supernatural stuff going on. And like their aura is really good, right? And their story is really interesting. I hate Remedy's combat. I think their combat is terrible. It needs so much work, because otherwise I think the games would be amazing, right? Control is actually my favorite Remedy game, just because the gameplay was the best out of all of them, and the world was interesting, or at least like that portion of, the universe. Alan Wake 2, I put it on easy just to get through because I hated the combat, but there were parts of that were so cool. But I really like Remedy, and I always feel like they're like this close to making it top tier, but there's always something about the games that just. But I am really looking forward to
Lord
Resident.
Metroid, how dare you? Says Fonz and Hargeet have no imagination. LOL. Holly is right. Remedy games are great. Look, if you have to have imagination for the game to be good, no,
You
No,
don't have
thanks.
to have imagination for Remedy games. They're very full of
Well,
aura.
I tell you
They
what,
just-
you have to read a lot in Remedy games too. They're like, go through the file cabinet and read some more, and I'm just like, oh, geez.
Alan
Can we
Wake
get to
2
some good
was like
gameplay?
that.
No, not all of them,
narrates
but a lot of
everything.
their games.
Yeah.
Control, you did that too, and I was just like, to get some of the story and stuff, it's always like written somewhere. Anyways, Lord Metro said, I still like you guys. Of course, you're a good friend of the show, Metroid. Well, we talk in DMs as well. Metroid's a good dude. Gotta have him on here sometime. Him, Danny, they're all great people. Biff, all good people.
All right. And then came the snooze fest part, marathon. I'm like, please just go away. And then
Why
RuneScape.
did I know they have to push marathon, right?
Okay.
But I thought that
whatever.
was like, I saw so many people, including Sony guys, saying, please don't show anything of marathon. Just don't.
But
Well,
They
they
did.
had
And I'm
to
just
because
like,
season
I
2 is
know,
dropping
I
today.
know.
And I actually thought, like, oh, that looks pretty. I know what marathon is, and I'm not interested
She
in
said,
marathon.
oh, that looks pretty. Oh.
But I thought that trailer was cool. Like, I thought, like, the night portion
did
and
what they
like
could.
the scary part of the night stuff was cool. I'm just not interested in marathon. I don't have any, like, I was like, I know what it is, and it's not going to be fun for me, but that looked cool.
Okay. And then
I don't
RuneScape. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. Maybe
Zocker
that's
loves that
interesting.
one. He likes that one
Yep.
because
And fair enough.
you can make the character twirl. He loves twirling.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't know. Holly,
We
do you
were
have any
giving him
interest in
crap.
RuneScape?
I
Anyways.
own RuneScape Dragon Wilds. It was the first RuneScape I bought. I just never played it. So, I don't know. I haven't played it yet.
All right. And Fonz, no interest in
He
this?
said, shut up, fool. He knows.
All right. And Fonz, you didn't have any interest in this either? Dragon
Nah,
Wilds?
nah.
Okay, and then we're
Not a
adding
fan.
some stuff into the
It's just
the
classics.
backwards compatibility, right? So
is a
Getaru
good
Men, whatever, and then Psyops, the Mindgate Conspiracy, and then Onimusha, Dawn of Dreams. All right, cool, whatever. And then we had a couple of new games to show, Until Dawn 2, which I guess is going to be the marquee game of next year, because it looks like that's what they're doing there.
Those games look
and-
incredible, but just have no interest in Until Dawn.
Yeah, so yeah, and yeah, I don't I think I own Until Dawn and I haven't played it yet on PC. I think I have it, but I haven't played it. But yeah, Until Dawn, do anything, Holly? Is that of interest to you? Have you played one?
Absolutely not. I've watched people
Yeah.
play the first one, and I'm like, I'm glad I saw somebody watch this or like play this because this would drive me nuts. The teenage vibe thing, not my jam.
Yeah, so this one I think it's content creators doing something with the
Oh,
TV
even better.
shows.
Even better.
Anyway,
Is it going to be
anyway.
as good as mixtape though?
Oh, I don't know. Well, I mean,
Mhm.
it's a Sony game, so it's automatically an 8 to start, and then if it doesn't f up too much, it's already a 9.
Messy.
Wow.
Anywho, and look, I don't want to pile on the game because I haven't tried it yet, so I don't know. But it does have that feel of like horror genre thing, but it is choice based. It's more adventure, right? So it could be more up my alley. I will try. I'm pretty sure I bought the one on PC. I'll give that a chance if it's of value, whatever. And of course, if they bring it to PC, if they don't, screw them, whatever. And then, of course, they ended it with like 20 minutes of God of War Laufey, which is the wife of God of War 2018.
Kratos.
And well, Kratos, I know, and in Ragnarok, right? So it's kind of just continuing that. And that, we were thinking it was going to be some sort of like prequel thingy. It was not. It is she is dead, and she somehow is in some other area, world, whatever you want to call it. Right, and she's doing stuff, and so you kind of just go through, and it looks like God of War, except for one glaring, really weird thing. You have a freaking jelly cube. What the hell is this jelly cube?
It's voiced by Jack Quaid.
So
what? Why is there a jelly cube? What the heck? I'm like, okay, it's cool, fine. If this is what you want to do, it's what you want to do. It's prominently in the freaking title picture right there, Jelly Cube. What
look,
the hell?
I don't want to like.
It doesn't fit at all. That's the thing. To me, it just doesn't fit at all. Like everything else is like demons, and you're like, what is this? I don't get it.
Okay, so if I piss people off by saying this, so be it. I really don't care. But the game overall, I'm going to end up playing this game. Okay, I like what I see in the combat and stuff like that. I like the God of War series, so I want to see how this plays out. I'm hoping that the story and the dialogue is better than what we've seen in this like little. I think this is like kind of just the beginning of the game, like just like the first.
It seems like it, doesn't it? Yeah.
So it's kind of setting up everything, right? So I get it, but this is where people might get upset with me. But hear me out. And you may or may not agree with me, Holly and Hargeet, but I want your opinions on this, please. So I said this to some friends as I'm watching it, and, it seems like every time it's a female protagonist, and I don't mind playing as a female protagonist in games. I love it in a lot of games. I'm excited for Tomb Raider. Amazing. But it seems like with a lot of these games lately, they always try to add something cutesy or weird to it, where it wasn't there in the original game of the franchise. Like, yes, the cube thing is really weird, okay? But before that, they showed this little creature, and this little creature is like, oh, come follow me. And I didn't get that in God of War. Why do I have it here? Is it just because it's a female protagonist? You think you have to add something cute like that? I don't. Personally, it's just, it's an added thing that is unnecessary and it's odd. And then you see the cube and you're like, what the fuck is that? And why is it talking? I'm like, why? And then it's got a fucking sword out of its head that's talking as well. And I'm like, okay, I get the talking, objects, fine. But a blue Jello cube, it's like Jello. And then I get over it, okay, when she gets out of the cell or whatever you want to call it. And then all of a sudden when she's about to fight, the cube just jumps in and hits people. And I'm like, why? Why is this a thing? Stop it. It's weird to me. Am I just going overboard on that aspect? Because again, I'm going to play it because I like the franchise, but I think the added little creature and this cube is just unnecessary. Because the enemies look awesome. The bad guys look cool and they're different. They're not the same antagonists that we saw in God of War with Kratos. It's different, so it's good. But the cube is weird. The little creature, you don't need to add it just because it's a female protagonist. We don't need that kind of stuff. I mean,
it says it's millennial coded.
in a way, it's I don't know. It's a bit off-putting to me, those aspects. Holly, I'll ask you because you're a woman. Do you see what I'm trying to say when it comes? Because if you think of the Star Wars game with the female protagonist, they gave her that little creature. Why does it have to be a little? Why? Why do they do that?
I like cute stuff. Well, I probably not the average. I don't need cute. If there's gonna be cute stuff, I want it in the appropriate setting, right? I love cute stuff. I'm trying to think of a game that has cute stuff. That cute stays there, right? That's cute stuff. That's where that is. I don't know that I really found that the little floofy animal or whatever and the cube I would call cute stuff, because the cube isn't cute, but it's weird. Sure.
Weird,
yes,
yeah.
It's weird. But I guess I didn't judge it as much as I've seen a lot of people online going after it. And I guess I was sort of indifferent to it because I am assuming there's some level of mythology or lore attached to a cube or attached to the rise of gelatin and Jello. I don't know. Like, is this when Jello?
Speaking of which, Lord Metro with the tooth, thank you. He says the Jello promo is coming, Fonz. Get ready. So adds to what you're saying.
So, you know, like, I guess I didn't read too much into it because I was like, okay, there's probably some lore behind what this thing is. I don't know how prominent it is in the entire rest of the game. Is it just here or is it in everything? It seemed like it was probably in everything, right? Or at least has a longer story arc because it's got that sword in it. And
the sword aspect could be kind of cool because they say at one point that you better be careful with that sword or whatever because there's like some issue with it or
bad juju or something.
Some kind of lore. Yeah. And that aspect is pretty cool because that can also in turn bring different powers and different things. So I like the combat.
I'm just I'm probably not the best audience for this either because I think God of War is just okay. I don't love God of War. I played the first one on stream. You can go check my channel if you'd like to watch me play it through. I just did it over the winter. And I have the second one to play through. But honestly, if I never had another God of War game to play, I really wouldn't care. Like that just like it was entertaining and I enjoyed it, but I didn't fall in love with any of it, right?
Okay, so I just I'm going to interject here real quick because I looked it up and apparently this cube is not part of any kind of Norse mythology or any kind of lore. This was made for the game for comedic purposes. And his name is Frank.
I knew Zucker was going to get me for that.
His name is Frank.
I guess I'm not friends with Zucker anymore. He loves God of War, by the way, everybody.
Oh, no. Me and him both love what we see in the
you.
combat and stuff. It's just the cube thing and the little creature. I'm just like, we don't need that stuff. We don't need this comedic crap. Like, if you're going to have comedy in it, make it make sense with some, like, Norse mythology or something, like some characters. Like, they had in the last one with the dwarves. That made sense.
Oh, yeah, I didn't play Ragnarok
make sense
yet.
with the cube.
But, yeah, there's ways. The dwarves, the vendors. Yeah, they were great. They were fantastic. Actually, they were probably the best characters in the game, to be honest, because, like, Kratos is boring and the boy is annoying. So, like, the dwarves...
Kratos is boring?
He's bored. He never talks. What's he?
He doesn't need to talk. He kicks ass. That's what he just
needs to say,
boy. He kicks ass.
Yes.
This is boy.
The boy and the yeah. Yeah.
Oh man, he doesn't need to talk. Talks with his freaking swords and his chains and everything else. Yeah, exactly. Well, in the older games, that is what they said.
I think that's the wrong game you're playing. I don't know. That's not the real God of War.
yeah. She's playing a different God of War. She's playing one on Steam. That's like $10 in the top 10 sales.
That's right.
They're there. Oh man.
Anyway, but I thought it was visually very pretty, and of course it is, right? Like Santa Monica does a great job with their visuals. But,
Sir, you ain't lying. Frank might win best sidekick at the Keeleys. That's funny.
Who's Frank?
Frank. It's the cube.
Oh.
His name is Frank. It's spelled with a PH though.
Wait.
And
really?
QUE, I think at the end. Yeah. Frank.
That's a choice.
It is what it is. But
I don't know. I feel like I just found I felt like 20 minutes is way too long. That was probably more of my critique. 20 minutes was too long, and it was kind of I don't know. I feel like it's kind of a boring segment to watch.
Well, a lot of people share that same sentiment, actually, and I've seen it in the chat as well, including myself, by the way. But I will say this, like, I really love God of War 2018. God of War Ragnarok, I still really liked it, but I hated the first, several hours because it was boring too, in my opinion.
Mm.
Like there was a lot of just like dialogue and puzzles and walking around, and I didn't care for that aspect. This kind of more of the same, and I want to see some kicking ass. That's what I want to see, and I got to see that at the end of this trailer, which made it so much better because I was like, thank you, finally some visceral combat, some freaking awesome powers and stuff with the sword. That's what I wanted to see. So I was excited by the end of the trailer, but not for the cube. When the cube came out, I was like, oh, Jesus, here's the cube. But this cube is going to be with her forever. I can just see it now.
It's literally in the picture. It's right there.
That's her sidekick.
It's her sidekick.
Comedic sidekick.
Yep. Look, there. I don't.
Soccer. If you wanted to come in, you could come in and yell on it. I wouldn't mind.
Go ahead. Bring it.
So look, it looks fine. It looks fine, but it still did the same thing where it's like, oh, 80% of this is just cinematic. Oh, now you get to play for a little. Oh, sorry, cinematic. Oh, now you get cinematic. Now hit R2. R2.
I don't know what the hell the R2 button is. I really
it's right trigger.
Right,
the
trigger. Yeah.
Is it bumper or trigger? It's so stupid.
Trigger.
Like
yeah, it's trigger.
It doesn't matter. I'll forget again. Yeah.
Anyway, it's okay. It'll sound negative, but it is what it is. Like their games have too much of that, right? I want to play. Like get out of my way and let me play. So unfortunately, there's a lot of that. Like, and that was what they showed. It was like, and you could just see it. You're not actually doing the action right here. This is a cinematic, and suddenly you're doing the action.
Yeah.
And then
now I hate QTs.
And I'm like, dude, just please just let me play the game. And QTEs just to freaking stop your cinematic. Like just freaking do your cinematic then. Just let it go. I don't care about your stupid QTE. And that part of that gameplay loop that they have, and it's a lot of their.
Did it remind you a lot of Hellblade 2?
Well, Hellblade 2 had very little in the form of game. It was just
gameplay
moving. And it was all more puzzles, right? And it's like, fine, I get that. That's what it's intended to do. The fighting part of it is minimal, right? It's much more puzzle heavy. Fine, that's the game, right? And that's what this, and that's why they are very much in line, right? Ninja Theory very much makes PlayStation-like games, and it's fine, whatever. But I can only take so much of it. It's like, and the last one.
Did you like? Yeah, did you like them?
I finished it. It was a chore. Like at some points, it just gets to be like, okay, can this just be over already? Like it's too much. That formula can only keep me going for so long before I start getting annoyed, right? Because it's not fun for me to just wait. Okay. Now I get to pick up the controller again for 2 seconds. Oh, okay. Now I have to wait. Like I don't like it. I want to be continuously playing, and like it gets annoying. But whatever. I'm sure it'll be good. I'm sure it'll do fine. That cube thing is hilarious. I don't know what the hell's going on, but whatever. It certainly just kind of took the immersion away for a second. They're like, what the heck is that thing? Like, what is going on? But fine, whatever. Overall show. Do we want to get into ratings and other things? Because there's other stuff I'd like to talk about the show.
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead. Talk about it.
So, okay. Good enough. They have some good stuff here. You know what wasn't shown?
Intergalactic.
And that's fine, because at least we've seen it. Breaking in, fair games, whatever the hell you want to call it. Not here. Not present.
I wonder why.
I think that spells some disaster for that studio. I'm sorry, but like, where were they? Why didn't they show up? Doesn't that just seem like it's kind of an odd thing? You know what else didn't show? Didn't they have like a DLC coming out for Destiny? Did they not want to show Destiny? I guess not.
Oh,
they didn't care about Destiny at all.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, and you know what? Right? When I was watching Hargeet, that's a very good point. the whole time I was watching, I was seeing the chat just, and it's moving fast because there's so many people. But so many people were writing Destiny 3, we want Destiny 3, we want Destiny 3 over and over.
I'm like,
over and over. When they showed Marathon, they were putting L's in the chat. It was crazy.
Let's just be fair. Destiny 3 has more players right now than Marathon does. And Destiny 3, Destiny 2, sorry, has more players. And Destiny 2 has DLC coming out like today, I think. Where was it? Why didn't you show that? Like that's very odd to me. Like
good point. Good point.
It doesn't look like they're in good position. That's what it says to me. Like you've got a game that people have played for over a decade, and you have content coming out, and you don't even show it. Like, okay, that's weird. I don't know if I would call the other games that big. Just to be honest, I was expecting a bigger hit, like something that we haven't already seen that they locked down. You could say some of these games that maybe locked down a couple that look cool, but like nothing that really said, oh, because I've already known about Phantom Blade Zero. That's been years we've known about that one, right? It's like, okay, which one of these games makes you say, oh my God, that was a huge get for them? Nothing, because most of these are still third party. Like, so I don't know. It didn't go that far, in my opinion. I still think if you are a PlayStation player, and I will rate it both ways, if you're a PlayStation player and that's your primary platform, this was a good show. I think it was a good 8 or 9 for you. I think it's a good show. If you are looking for things that you would play elsewhere, I think this was like an okay show. So I'll still give it an 8. I think it was decent. I think it was a decent show. But I think it did get hit here and there where things were just like, why are you talking? Just stop talking. And like, you really haven't shown me any big games that I like. Okay, some of these, like, you might think are good. I get bored. If you show me Ill, I'm sure you loved it. I'm like, move on. Control again, move on. I like whatever. So some of these games just bore me, like Ace Combat. Oh, okay, that's cool. So there was just a chunk where I'm like, all right, what else you got for me? And so it kind of ended cool with Until Dawn, and then God of War. Those look cool, but the rest of it was like, it's okay. So I didn't see that big game. They're showing like Onimusha again. That's cool, but we've seen it several times. Nice. Control we've seen several times. Nice, whatever. But yeah, I didn't see that big reveal that made me say, oh my God, outside of theirs. Fair enough, right? So God of War, we got to see that. We knew about it. We've been hearing about it. We knew it was coming. Until Dawn 2, we've also been hearing about. Was that revealed before? I think it might have even been revealed before, right? So we knew that was coming. Obviously Wolverine, we knew that was coming, and Tokon, we've seen it before as well. So that was kind of it. I still think it was a decent show, but it didn't really knock it out of the park for me. But that's kind of where I am with it.
Yeah. I think, because I liked many games within this show. I liked what I saw from Wolverine, Phantom Blade, Ill, Tomb Raider, Rayman, God of War, Onimusha. I gave it an 8.5. That's what I gave the show. I thought it was great. Not the best show I've seen from State of Play. I still think their 2018 show was so much better. Because they just had some stellar first party titles there. But I love the way they bookended this with Wolverine and God of War. I thought it was really, really good, solid. Even though I didn't like certain aspects of the God of War gameplay that we saw, when it finally got down to the combat in the end, I was excited. So I will definitely be playing that as well. So 8.5 for me. Holly, I'm sure you gave your number, but your thoughts overall?
I gave it a 7, and it's more just because there were more games obviously there for me than there were for Hargeet, because I like Ill. I think it looks super cool, and I thought Stuntman looked cool, and Control Resonant is on my list. I guess for me, the 7 is based on the fact that we already knew about Wolverine, obviously, right? Like, we know it's coming. So this was just okay, yeah, Wolverine, cool, like looks like what I expected. Phantom Blade Zero we know about. Silent Hill was a new one for me to know about. I don't remember ever seeing anything about that
They
before.
showed that at Summer Games Fest, I think, last year.
Did they? Okay. Well,
I think
cool.
they did.
I mean,
one of those
you know.
shows, either that or the Keeleys at the end of the year, but they did show that.
Okay. Onimusha we knew about, Control Resident we know about. So there were a lot of games on here that like they'd have a big one and then they do, you know, either smaller games that, you know, tend to have a little less interest. The pacing of the show was a little not super great, I think. But with the list that they have, and you know, I thought it was an okay show. Obviously, I think people who are excited for God of War, more God of War, right? Probably you're more at like an 8 or 9, which is great for you. I just thought the 20 minutes was a little bit long too, and so for that deducted a little bit just for me for overall pacing and viability for the show. So that's why it's not like throwing shade on anything else. I just thought a lot of the games we already actually knew about. There's only a couple here that I think that were like genuine surprises, like Until Dawn 2 and God of War. Surprised in the fact that, you know, we hadn't seen it before. So I don't know. That's it.
Yeah. No, that's fair. Oh man. So anyways, yeah, so I see a lot of people in the chat, you know, giving it scores and stuff. Cullen Prime gave it a 9 out of 10. Mike Johnson gave it a 10 out of 10. So yeah, we all have opinions. Like I said, go ahead.
I am with Hargeet though. I was really, really expecting to see something for Intergalactic today. I really was.
I did too.
And the fact that it's not here is
did
actually disappointing because I am excited for that one. I think it looks really cool.
You know what that tells me? It's further off than we believe.
Yep.
It's
100%.
2 to 3 years.
Yeah.
It's going to be multiple years away.
Next year.
Yeah.
Some people, because I've seen some PlayStation guys, it could come out next fall. I don't think so. Because they would have shown it. PlayStation usually shows off games way early, and they didn't show anything. So, Fark, I see your score, 6.5. Fraud. No, I'm just kidding. Gonna see him too in a couple of days. It's gonna be a lot of fun. And speaking of a couple of days, in 3 days we will get Summer Game Fest. What are we thinking about Summer Game Fest, guys? Hargeet, what do you expect from Summer Games Fest, and what are you hoping to see there?
Like there's still a lot of big publishers that are going to put games out, right? And we want to see what those dates are. But I go in hoping to I don't want to like be too hyped about it. I want to go in just level set and then like even keel, and then like if it has a couple of awesome surprises, like last year Lego Batman was my big surprise and I loved it. I'm playing it right now. It's fantastic, right? So I thought that was great. And if they continue that one, by the way, ended on a game I don't care about, but you guys did, which is RE9. It ended on RE9, which was a fantastic end, right? It was they had the teaser before, and you're like, oh, that's it. They're not going to show it.
Yeah.
And then
it was good.
Boom, they do, and like it was a fantastic killer way to end that show. So I'm hoping for things like that, right? We'll see if one of the publishers comes in and does something like that. There's still plenty of games. There was another big omission here, which we didn't really talk about, and that is Grand Theft Auto 6 did not show up on the Sony stage.
It's not an omission. I knew it wouldn't show up there. Like people that were saying that it was going to be there, I was scratching my head going, why do you think that? Rockstar always does their own thing. They never show at any of these showcases.
So that wasn't there. To that point, like, I think you mentioned this, Holly, right? That they had all these theaters and all that stuff and all this hullabaloo about this. Like, I wonder if those folks were actually happy with what they showed, if they really trekked into a theater to watch it. To be fair, a lot of people don't have large TVs at home, right? So for them being able to see it that way, it might be very compelling, right? Because you can see the trailer in a big way. It's awesome. But still, I don't know. That's kind of weird. But
Yeah.
the Keeley show, what I'm expecting, I want something good at the beginning. Don't lull it out, right? A lot of times there is a little bit of a lull, and then but just keep good pacing, and then end with something awesome, brand new. Don't even care when it comes out. Just want to see some new reveal. That's an amazing big game, right, from one of the big publishers or whatever. That would be a fantastic, way to go. Not Highguard. Jeff, please, for the love of God, not Highguard. Do not do that again. Not Highguard. That's basically it. So we'll see what he does, but that's what I want to see. There'll probably be some updates on other games that are coming. Like we got this Tomb Raider, but there's the other Tomb Raider. Maybe we get some sort of update on that because that was supposed to come next year, right? So this is now moved to early next year. I don't know if that one's moved a little bit further or it's still coming fall next year or something like that. But maybe we get an update on that game, right? There's others that have been at Keeley's show before, right? So there's plenty of potentials there. But yeah, that's what I'm looking for. I don't want to go in with any more expectations than that. I want to be surprised. I want to have fun, right?
Yeah.
Let it come to me and make it enjoyable.
Yeah, one of the things for me is that it kind of sucks when you have these showcases back to back to back because you end up seeing some of the same third-party stuff on all the stages.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure some of these games that we saw today might trickle into the Summer Games Fest showcase. And that's going to kind of suck because for them and us, because we're going to have to, watch it again and just be like, okay, we saw this already. No surprise. So there's that aspect, but I'm not expecting much either. I'm just looking forward to just being surprised. That's how I am at every show. Holly, if you had anything like that you wish that they would show, what would that game be on that stage on Summer Games Fest?
Well, it's a tough one, right? Because you think about these are things that you don't expect to see at, you didn't see at Sony, you don't expect to see at Xbox. So what do we have? Well, one of the ones that they showed last year, I'm a big stan for Atomic Heart. I loved Atomic Heart a lot. And last year they showed Atomic Heart 2 and then also the Cube. So I expect to see the Cube for sure because that's that multiplayer version of their world game, right? That I think they were planning on bringing out before Atomic Heart 2. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's shown. I think there's going to be quite a few DLCs that are shown. Dying Light, the Beast already had just put up a post that just had a date, which was the date of Summer Games Fest. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see some DLC for that. Into the Unwell, I don't think that's come out yet. Axe of Blood was shown last year. I wouldn't be surprised if we see that. And then that Fractured Blooms game, I'm really excited for that one. I think that one's going to be really cool. But other than that,
which one? Fractured what? What was that?
Fractured Blooms. It's like a what they call familiar. It was Doki. There's like a Silent Hill Doki Doki Literature Club. It's like a
yes,
the girls.
I remember that.
Slightly anime-ish.
Yeah, we got to play part of that at the last year's IGN Live.
Yeah.
You weren't there. I got to
I
play
wasn't
it.
there.
And
it looked really
I didn't
cool.
like it. I didn't like it. But
well, you and I have different gaming tastes, so
of course. I like Diablo and PoE too, and you're just like,
There's also that Tom Hardy voiced game Chronicles Medieval. That looked really cool. But
Yeah.
other than that, today I thought there was a decent chance we would see Kingdom Hearts 4, and that didn't show up. I don't know if it would show up at the Keeleys. I feel like it's a little less
You were
likely to be
so
at the
hoping for
Keeleys.
that too. You really wanted Kingdom Hearts 4. I know how
I've
much
never
you
played a Kingdom
love that
Hearts game.
franchise.
I've never played a Kingdom Hearts game, and I've watched people play them, and I was just like, yeah, this isn't for me. But I know there's a huge following of those, right?
There is. It's
There's
huge.
a big
They're
crowd
pretty
for
good.
those.
They're pretty good.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of there's also there's an Aliens game in development, right? So there's a chance maybe for that. Warhorse
Do you
announced
think we'll
that
see? And I was going to ask if you do you
Yeah.
think we'll see any more of the Expanse or
well, Exodus is going to be at the
Exodus?
the sh-
Yeah, that's the other one.
Exodus is doing an extended gameplay reveal at the Future Game Showcase on Saturday. So if they have anything at the Keeleys, it'll probably just be like a short trailer, and then they'll do a whole bunch on Saturday at the Future Game Showcase.
And what were you about to say
maybe.
about Warhorse?
Warhorse announced they're working on that Lord of the Rings game.
Which we had the scoop on here months ago, and then I was called like not a liar, but people were like, "It's not Warhorse Studios. It came out that it's Crystal Dynamics," and I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, my bad." And now it actually comes out that it was Warhorse Studios, and that's awesome because they are great writers. I can't wait for that, to see some of that.
Yeah. Well, if they announced it, I don't know. It's just my wild theory that like if they came out on Twitter and were like, "Yep, we're doing this. That's a thing." Like a month ago, maybe they're going to have just a tiny little, quick, "How you doing? We're doing a game and here's a cute little cinematic," and then that's it. Maybe. I don't know, but
That'd be cool. Yeah, it's definitely a thought. Definitely like those guys at Warhorse. Kingdom Come 1 and 2 are both great games. 2 even better, but yeah, incredible stuff. I want to get to some of these super chats before they go away on me or whatever. Mikey B 07 with the 2. Thank you very much. Says, I hope Asha was watching. What the F is Ninja Theory doing? Oh, I think what he's alluding to is after seeing the combat with God of War, he's like, come on, we need Ninja Theory to get into more action, more combat with Hellblade. I agree with that because there wasn't much combat or gameplay to be had with Hellblade 2 or Hellblade 1, to be honest. And I know that they can do that because they've had older games like Enslaved, Heavenly Sword, stuff like that are really heavy on combat. And I would love for them to do more with that. Mikey B07 again with a 5. Thank you very much. Says, Ninja Theory need to quit taking me on a walk while whispering some sweet nothings in my ear. Make an action game. Yes, I'm with you. I'm with you. The whole thing about the mental illness thing with that character it's interesting and cool and all, but yeah, we need heavier action with that title and different games from
Well,
them
they need
too.
to move on to something else, but I think they're still doing
Yeah,
KI.
exactly.
Sorry, which one? They're doing the third
Hellblade
one, right?
3.
The
Yep,
Hellblade 3.
Yep. And they said they're
Like,
going to focus
why-
more on action.
Yeah,
said
I
that.
don't know, but they said that with 2. I don't.
Yeah,
I think they
know.
need to move on to something different, but we'll see. You know, one game that does
You're
come to
right.
mind that I would love to see if it's still alive. I think it is, but there was a TMNT Last Ronin game, and it looked like it was a like a really cool live action like real
Yep.
well crafted universe. That looked like it could be something. I don't know if that's still alive.
Yeah,
but it
what
was
happened
tentatively
to
set
that?
for this year. Tentatively, it was set for this year. So maybe we see
I
some
totally
sort of
forgot about that game. Holy
that,
crap,
right?
Hargeet.
Because that could be really cool if it's done well, right? Because it's not supposed to be like a like the usual brawler game. It's like an actual RPG, like a full on third person. You're playing as one of the. I think it's like all of them. The storyline of the last one, I think, is like the rest of the brothers are dead and one is alive, and that's the story, something like that, right? So
that would be an incredible game, and people were
that'd
excited
be an awesome
for that when they
thriller
showed
if they
that.
have it, right? So and a release date if it's coming, right? If it's coming like in the next 6-8 months, a year, that'd be awesome. That'd be great to show somewhere.
Great shout.
Yeah, and this is what I'm more afraid of, is like they scrapped that Turtles game, and if they did, that sucks.
That
right,
sucks.
but yeah.
Here's one from Danny Passion with a 2. He says, Expedition 33 did QTE best. They added meaning to it. Yeah, the QTEs weren't that often either. Like it was, yes, they were there, but it made sense. And those turn-based games, it makes more sense, honestly. So I don't have a problem with those. And I don't have a problem with QTEs in general. I just don't like when they're overly done. Like, just within that trailer alone for God of War, I don't know the amount of times we saw, like Hargeet, you called out the CGI into R2, like over and over. And I'm just like, yeah, that's kind of weird. So there's that. And then there's one more here. It's me, the broke boy, with a 2. Appreciate you. It says, small surprise on Fair Games break is not shown. Yeah, we were surprised by that too, but I guess, you know what? That speaks to probably the game itself. Like you were saying, Hargeet, it's probably not going to be very good. It didn't look good from what we saw.
Or even come out.
Or get canceled. Yeah, you're dang right. You're dang right. But overall for SGF, again, I'm just looking forward to some surprises. I think we all are. That's what we want to see. We want to be surprised there, as we do most of these shows, all of these shows, really. But I think the Xbox show, and we're going to get into that. I think we're going to have a good one with SGF, but I really think the Xbox show is going to be a phenomenal show. I think it's going to be really freaking good. And I don't base this on any knowledge of knowing what's going to be there. I just base this on a feeling and a hunch. I could be wrong, but I just feel like it's going to be a great show. You have new leadership. You have Asha really trying hard to bolster the brand. I think they're going to come with a great show. Like they're going to do something. Hargeet, don't you feel that? Like, I just feel it. There's just something about it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's still going to be a couple hours, right, with the direct involved. So it's going to be on the longer side. They have plenty of stuff to show of their own on top of the third-party stuff, which still needs to be shown as well. So, they could have a lot of stuff. And, a lot of the things they're doing these days is Play Anywhere. There could be a bunch of Play Anywhere titles, some Game Pass stuff, I'm sure. So they do have some stuff. And also, I kind of want to see the controller if it's ready to go.
That's right.
Are we going to get the Elite 3? There was a minor upgrade to the ROG Xbox LIX, but you have to buy it in a bundle with the AR glasses. And it'll be really expensive if you want to buy it. And the major thing that's different is a slightly upgraded screen size. It's 7 versus 7.4, and it's OLED instead of LED. And
that's a big difference.
TMR, the
OLED,
the sticks,
the TMR sticks.
There's TMR sticks, which
so
is
no
also
drift.
pretty cool.
No drift.
Yeah, right. So, but because that's happening, I'm wondering if that's potentially what might be happening with the controller. Maybe we'll get that with the Elite. So
the GameSir controllers have good sticks as well. They don't drift.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's kind of some of the things. And again, I don't want to ruin it by having my expectations set like all the way up here and it comes down here, right? It's like, no, I'd rather just walk in, show me what you got, make me impressed by just showing me some good games. I'd love some big reveals. I'd love to see some things that are coming years away, like a couple of years away. But yeah, let's see what they have. Hopefully they got more third-party deals locked in, Game Pass or locked in, play anywhere. That's more likely, by the way, not the Game Pass one. But anyway, so yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Gears is going to be the end of it, so we'll see what's going to happen. I don't know what
that's going to be
one
amazing.
last thing will be. So
I think I know. I think I know. I don't know, but I hope it is. I'll say that. I want to see them end with like what do you call it? Elder Scrolls 6. I would love to see Elder Scrolls 6, and not just like them panning across the top of the map or something. I want to see some gameplay. Like I want to see some cool stuff.
That game's at least
Elder
2 years
Scrolls.
away, right?
I don't know. I don't know if it's 2 years. You think? I thought there was possible it could come out next holiday. Somebody was telling me.
I think it's 2 years. But
maybe, but I would love to see it.
Yes, yeah. Everybody would, right?
Yeah.
What do you think, Fot?
Yeah.
Like, you think, Hargy, how far out is Elder Scrolls? What do you think?
So here's the problem, right? If
I love it.
I saw that there was something there.
If you say it was for Series X and Series S only, there's one thing. If you say it's far enough out that it's really a Helix title, then the question is, are they already working on a Helix version, or is that still to come?
Oh, yeah.
And if that's still to come, add another 6 months to a year, right? Because there's just no way they're going to be able to figure out the full capabilities of that new box and get the game to work right on that box in like 4 weeks. That's not going to happen.
Depends on how long they've been utilizing
that's the thing. And I don't know how long that is, right? So I don't know if they said dev kits don't even ship till next year.
But I'm sure they have some.
Internally, right? Yeah. Internally, that means 6 months earlier they should be able to. So right around now, right? They should be able to start delivering those. So that's the big question mark, right? Is it it's ready to roll for Series S and X, and Helix is not in their current thoughts, or that's going to add the wrinkle that's going to make it a little bit further out, right? Because
then let me ask you this, Hargy. When do you think the Helix launches?
Well, there's another problem. Normally, I would think, based on the dev kits coming out early next year, that would be the year. It would come out at the end of that year. However, we live in a world where memory costs more than a freaking car. So I don't know that it comes out. We had to bump the freaking Steam Deck to $950. I just don't know in that world how much this thing will cost. So they might have to just say, no, we can't release it next year because it would cost too much.
Yeah.
So it might have to get pushed out a year. Again, I don't know. It's all up in the air based on these problems, right? So if suddenly the AI bubble just burst, that's not going to happen. If the AI bubble just burst and memory prices come crashing down, then yeah, things will be better. But that's not a very likely scenario.
I don't see that scenario happening either. I don't see a world in which the prices are going to come down in 2 years. I don't see that. I think they're going to stay the course, getting bought up by these big data centers, which are a go and breaking ground everywhere. It's insanity what's happening with those. And it's killing us in a lot of ways, us gamers. And we've got a new arrival into the freaking, I was going to say realm. This isn't Iron Lords. So we don't have a realm here.
I don't know what you were going to say, bro.
Yeah. You know what? It's good to
into
see
the
you.
show.
Look at you.
How's it going, boys and girls?
How are you?
It's going great. It's going great. We're just talking about
Did you get to watch
these
the show?
showcases and stuff.
I did get to watch the show. Very much so, I did.
What did you give it?
8.5. Listen, man, you can't go Wolverine
Same.
comic book shit and then go God of War on me, and I'm not going to give it an 8 at least. Like, I don't know. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I thought Tomb Raider looked great. I don't know why.
Amazing.
Crystal
really
Dynamics has made all 3 of those other Tomb Raiders, and he's awesome. I thought they were good developers, so I think Tomb Raider looks good. I saw Holly say she doesn't like God of War much, so that irritated me, and I just was like, I need to scarf
So
down
you're
my
not
dinner
friends
real
anymore.
quick. No, it's like a percentage. It was like at 100, and now she's just going down little by little.
Yeah. So
Down to
so
about
Soccer, let me
4%.
ask you about that. God of War, Leifei, or whatever. How do you say it?
Lefay?
Yeah. Anyways,
Luffy?
Leifei or Leifei, or I don't know. Anyways, it doesn't
Lufa?
matter. So, what do you think of the freaking Frank the Cube?
I mean, my name's Frank, so Frank the Cube's dope, bro. What are you talking about?
The Cube is her freaking comedic sidekick for the entire
She
game.
literally has a square as a freaking side.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie. A lot of what Sony Santa Monica does. Okay, I'm gonna make a video about this. The one thing that trailers should do, especially trailers that's going to disrupt something this much, it should get people talking about it, confused, asking questions, hating it, loving it, doesn't matter. They're talking about it. And that's what this did.
Yep.
It just brought people to be like, what is going on? What is this? If you have questions, that's a good thing. At least in my mind. If you have a lot of questions where we talk about it a lot, social media is filled with it. More so than Wolverine, because everybody's like, it's Wolverine. I'm going to buy it. It doesn't give a shit. But the God of War, that's a huge one. If you're going to go away from Kratos, who is the franchise, then
What
yeah,
the
wonder if
fuck?
Frank the Cube is Jelly Roll.
Oh,
The
Brook
fuck?
boy. Oh man.
Anyways, I think they did a good
I
job.
don't know
with
where that came
trailer.
from,
I don't know where that came
but
from either.
that was hilarious.
jelly.
Jelly.
The cube
Get it?
is the jelly.
Yeah.
I know what
Jelly.
he's saying, yeah.
That's
And that's
funny.
the other thing. Like, we know Sony Santa Monica. We know that cube is something. Like, it is something, and then the sword. Like, they've already in the stupid 20 minutes, they already gave us like that sword isn't what you think it is. It's like so the sword's going to be something that we don't know about. The cube's going to be something that we don't know about.
Rachie, I don't know if we know that yet. We don't know if the cube just starts
we don't
doing
know
the
yet.
same
We
crap.
gotta see.
We
gotta
don't
see.
know that.
Did people find Atreus annoying?
At times, like especially like in the beginning of Ragnarok when he's like, when I'm trying to figure out a puzzle and he's like, over there, in the water, and I'm like, oh my god, shut the fuck up. You know.
Do you ever
It's
think that a
very
kid's
annoying.
smarter than you, Fonz? That's what I got from that.
No, what I get from that is no, it would do it like pretty quickly too. Remember, people complained about it that they would give up the puzzles way before you can figure it out. It's like, dude, you don't need to do that. I think
guess.
it's that shiny thing in the stone. Oh, you think? The one that says press R2?
I mean, did you guys not look at like the antagonist and all like the new characters and think these things look fucking dope?
The antagonist, yes,
They did
100%.
look cool. Yeah.
Like, and that's what I'm looking. I'm like, this looks dope. I'm cool with it. And
Yeah, and then you see
I'm
the
gonna
jelly
preface
cube.
this because I'm gonna make a video and I'm gonna say this in the video too. I should have that out tomorrow. I'm gonna say this: if they didn't announce the remake for the Greek trilogy, I'd be like, "Where's my Kratos, bro?" But I know I'm getting that. Does that make sense? I feel like we know that Kratos is going to go to the side for a little bit for the main game, which is a huge departure of what the games are. And then Kratos is going to come in with the God of War remake, and you
Okay.
know that's going to be fucking banger, dude. God of War
Zucker,
3 is
is
one of the
that
greatest
being
games
made
ever.
by? Is that being made by Sony Santa Monica?
Yep.
Okay. Do you think they're going to have those sex scenes?
Yeah, why?
I don't know. I don't know. I think it's,
Listen,
they might
They-
skip some of that stuff.
there's 3 sex scenes in 3 games, and they're literally 20 seconds of the game. If they'll
Yeah,
have
but
them
they're
in.
pretty showy.
No, they're
If you
not.
know
The
what
whole
I mean.
game is showy. The Oracle you save has her tits out. Like the whole game
Yeah,
is showy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying.
I'm just wondering if Sony Santa Monica just plays it differently, plays it safe.
I mean,
We'll
it's,
see. A lot of people are saying that all that stuff has to be in there because they're remaking this. It's got to be in there, and they're not going to have it if it's not.
you got to get your rage
So, we'll
meter,
see.
bro. You got to build up to level up. That's what you did with those sex scenes you just got. I just beat all 3 of the games, by the way. The whole trilogy. I beat them like a month ago. I
Great
went
games.
through all 3 of them. Great games. God of War 3 is one of the greatest games ever made. Don't care.
Yep.
I
it's really
heard
good.
I heard Hargeet, you're kind of like at a, what did you say, like a 7?
I was a
No,
7.
I gave it an 8.
Oh, you
I
gave
gave
it an
8.
Yeah, Holly
Yeah.
gave it a 7. Holly.
And I said if you're a PlayStation main, I think this would be closer to like a 9 for you. I think it's a pretty good show. I thought it was pretty good for a PlayStation person.
You know what it showed?
Yeah.
You want to play PlayStation? You come to PlayStation. That's what it showed. No logo. The logo gate, stupid crap.
I'll be right
It's
back,
like-
guys.
Get out of here, Fonz. No one likes you anyways. And
Wow.
listen, when I come in here, it's gonna get weird. That's what I got from it, is that it's Sony. It's gonna be like, this is what, if you want to play PlayStation games, this is where you're gonna play them. Is at PlayStation.
Not PC, is what you're
Nope.
saying.
Nope. And I love PC. I would love to play those games, but that's what they're gonna do. Wolverine, come to PlayStation. This game, come to PlayStation. That's what they're doing. Fawn's got
So do you think they're making a launcher?
No. I don't think people understand how hard it is to make a launcher. Like, I don't think people realize that it took Steam 20 years to get to where it's at. And it was some rough conditions. Battle.net has been in development for 25 years. And then you look at Epic Games and how much money it's losing to make their store, and they still can't compete with Steam. People are tripping if they think Sony's going to put that much money forward to even try to compete. People are fucking tripping.
Zucker,
And if it does come out, then I was wrong. Like, whoa, but I don't see it.
did I don't know if when I stepped away, did you give a score for that Sony show? Did you
8.5.
say? Oh yeah, that's right. You did say 8.5.
Did you say
Same as
8.5
me.
too?
Yep.
8.6.
I love the way they bookended Wolverine and what do you call it? God of War.
Cube.
I thought it was a really
Frank.
good move.
Dude, Cube Frank's
Just
going to
don't
be
like
something
Frank.
big.
Frank is going to be
I will forever call it now. God of Cube.
God of Cube. Oh, so many people are making some horrible names for that game. Some
There's
names.
don't go on social media, folks. If you're a faint of heart.
I'm not on social media, so
No, they're
Problem
ripping
solved.
that thing apart.
Zoka is a toddler.
That'll be forever part of the
The Cube
show.
is a toddler, dude.
The
Yes.
Cube is going to be a freaking menace for sure.
God
Um,
of Cube.
I just want to know why because if you look at everything in there, there's all gods, and why are these people imprisoning gods that have died? And what people aren't thinking about is that if she's in there, that means Zeus is in there. If she's in there, all
True.
the people from the first game and all the other
True.
games, they're in
Mhm.
there too. So we're gonna run into a cascade of all these gods that probably Kratos freaking murked, and people are gonna be like, "You are the wife of the god of war. Now I'm gonna fuck you up." And so she's gonna have to atone for a lot of his sins that he did. People don't think of shit like that. I was like, instantly, it was like, we're gonna see Kratos, we're gonna see
Zeus.
Ares, Zeus, all of them.
It'll be pretty interesting for sure.
Tell me that doesn't sound dope. I don't know, man. That sounds fun.
No, it does. It does. Again, for me, it's just the cube and the little
Cube.
creature thing. It's just like, okay, we don't need that stuff. We don't need it. But combat looked
Hans
pretty sick at the end.
wants sex scenes and shit. I know what he wants.
Oh, you know it.
I know what you want.
Who do you think I am? Kung Fu hot dog?
Trottarelli's for you.
It's the wrong kind of Jello shots.
Danny Passion, thank you, sir. Thank you. Don't be like Holly. Like good games, please.
Ah,
Oh,
Holly, I'm
Ugh.
sorry. Honestly, I heard
She's
you
not
talk
gonna
about
like
I heard you talk about Remedy, and I was like,
well, I'm not like I want to like Remedy more than I like the Remedy games. You know what I mean? Like there's so much like cool stuff they do with the world. Their visuals are great. They do weird, cool, very cool, quirky things. It's just the gameplay is ass. It's so bad, but it gets better. Control wasn't bad.
Yeah, I don't like Remedy. Not big. You can look on. It's like 5 years ago. I said something about a Remedy game, how they just don't hit the mark or they miss things, and the person I was replying to worked at Remedy. And he was a technical lead, and he's like, "Well, I'm the technical lead," and I was like, "Okay, well, hopefully your next game is something worth me buying." That was my reply. I was like, "Whatever, dude. What do you think was going to happen?"
Gotta own it. You have to own it.
I mean, you know, not everything is for everyone, right?
Wow.
No, it's not. Like Alan Wake, all those.
It's not for me. It's just boring. Just boring. Anyways, but yeah, sorry. So we're talking about the Xbox showcase as well. Holly, what do you expect from the Xbox showcase? What are you looking forward to?
Well, my most anticipated game from them is Clockwork Revolution over Fable and everything else. Like, well, that and Gears.
Over Gears?
Like, no, they're equal. The two of them are about equal.
All right.
I am really, really, really excited for Gears, and I think they're gonna knock it out of the park. But besides Gears, I think we'll see Halo, right? Combat Evolved. And then I think we'll see Doom DLC. I think we'll see that Anemo game, the one that's kind of like Pokemon Pal World. They showed it last year.
Oh, fuck.
I know what you're talking about. It's kind of like the Pal World thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think that's kind of like puttered out a bit? That genre?
The style
yeah.
of game? I don't think so, because Pokemon has been around for people. There are people who can drink who have been around less time than Pokemon has. Okay, so like,
but I mean, at one time, like Pal World was being played by so many people. I
never.
Its all-time peak was what? 2 million.
Pal World was huge, dude.
2 million. I didn't know it was 2 million huge.
Right
now it's 14,000.
You basically just like take a bunch of characters and make them your slaves, right?
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah,
I'm not joking. Wasn't that like the whole like?
I actually got 1,000 out of 1,000 achievements in Pal World. Yeah,
you got 1,000 out of 1,000 on that game.
Yeah, I beat that game.
You know how much respect I lost from you right now?
Well,
there wasn't a lot
to begin with because I don't feel
there wasn't a lot.
I enjoyed.
I mean, it was at least
Pal
it wasn't
World.
God of War. Oh, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that.
Argeet, take your Nintendo ass out of here. I don't want to hear it. Look at him laugh.
I like how
his camera zooms in when he laughs. I love it.
And he's looking up at Hargeet, like at your screen, but it's like literally looking up at Hargeet.
I have the monitor here and here, and I have Hargeet. I have you guys up here, so I just see Hargeet.
We're like the Brady Bunch. We're just looking at each other, you know.
Yeah. That's what we do.
Yeah.
God,
besides that, I think we'll see Plague Tale. And
another franchise that I don't enjoy. Wow.
You
Bonds.
I'm not a big fan of Plague Tale. I'm not.
Bonds. We got like 3 games that we know you're gonna enjoy. Like
that's right.
Like I love you, bud.
Yeah, exactly.
You know you're my boy. But Fonz is like 90% of the show.
I know.
You know how there's 90% QTEs that you talked about? You're 90% hate. And then you're that little 3%.
No, actually, sir, I think I've named more games on the PlayStation showcase that I liked than you did.
What a Sony fam. I knew it. Everybody knew it.
There it is. Oh, now I'm a pony bot. Yeah. Pony bot.
Not a bot. You're just a pony.
Just a pony.
I'm a pony. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Remastered.
I'm looking forward. Look, I'm the one that said this showcase. I have a feeling it's going to be great.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't come in here saying it's going to be a terrible show. It's going to be bad. No, I think it's going to be good. Really good.
Hey, I sat next
I'm-
to Fonz 2 years ago at the showcase,
And-
and he was a total fanboy that day. He was.
I'll tell you what.
hopping.
When I went into that showcase, I had the same feeling then as I do today. I was like, we're gonna have a great freaking showcase. I feel it, and we had the best showcase I've seen out of Xbox.
Are you talking about
in a
last
long
year?
time. 2 years ago. 2024.
That's when they
This is
showed.
where they showed Gears E-Day.
Mhm.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah, and now we're going back, and they're having the after show be the deep dive of Gears E-Day, and that's going to be incredible. Like,
I'm not gonna
that's
lie.
going to be the main thing.
Gears E-Day, it's so high up for expectations for me. I'm a little worried that it's too high. Like I'm worried that I
That's the
have
problem. That's why I
like-
don't go in that way. It's like, you know what? Let them impress me.
Uh-oh.
No, it's
I'm
not
just
the
gonna
it's
go
not it's
in
not the
low
show.
expectations.
The show I have no expectation. I'm like, let me see what's going on, what Xbox got. Gears is like one of my favorite franchises ever. So it's like it's high, especially when everybody that's one of the most requested things from Gears is like, can we go back to like the E-Day, like see what that's like? And it's like now we're doing that. Like billions of people are gonna die. Like humanity almost goes extinct. Like this isn't gonna be a cutesy game. This is gonna be brutal. And
I mean, let's face it, right? Like, we needed a real Marcus game again, right? Like,
fucking hell. Not him yelling about tomatoes.
yeah, 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 which was funny.
And
My
please,
tomatoes.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, because they talked about continuing the last story with Kate and everything, right? But I'm like wondering how they're even going to finish off that story when they gave you a choice on two
Which
big
They'll be
characters to
canon.
kill.
Yeah.
They'll be
and,
right?
But you can't
I
do
don't know.
that because I made my
yeah,
choice.
because people
and
made choices. Yeah. And
Yeah.
it's a
it
sucky
was-
choice.
Yeah, it's just a mess.
Honestly,
it
I
was a
just think
mess.
that the story was not received well. I think people just didn't care. They put a lot of money into Gears 5 and it probably didn't. It met expectations to some extent because it's Gears. I just think they were like, I don't think we could continue this or we're going to hurt the franchise. I think we need to go back and really make a hard decision of we're not going to close this story out. So,
But they
that's
said
what I
they
think.
were going to after this. That's what they said.
Maybe
they
in
were
a
going back
DLC,
to.
do that, fine. But I don't know. People are releasing DLCs on Diablo and freaking Witcher 3. Like, you can do it later.
Yeah, Gears E-Day. I don't know. I'm excited for it as well. I have high hopes for it. But I don't think we'll be disappointed. I think we'll be pleasantly not surprised. We'll be happy and satisfied.
I hope.
But when it comes to the show, though, like I mentioned it earlier, Zocker, I was hoping we would see something from Elder Scrolls 6, but they're telling me that it's probably too far out.
I thought it was supposed to come out next year or this year.
That's what I thought. At the end of next year.
That's what Colt
I
Eastwood was
figured.
saying. I thought, Mr. Cultist of Eastwoods.
Cultist of Eastwood said it could be next year. Yeah, he was saying that.
No, I don't think. I'm just trolling. I don't know when it's. I think
And
it's,
the other
I think
part
it's
of this
really
too-
far out.
The other part of this too, guys, is that the whole Helix talk. Let's say Helix does for some reason come out next holiday. In that case, should they show some of these games being played on the Helix, the gameplay being from
No.
the Helix and showing
No.
its best light, or Series X? Even if they don't come out till next year, is what I'm saying.
To be
when
quite
the
honest,
Helix
if they're
comes
not gonna focus on the console when it comes to like logos and exclusives, it doesn't matter. Just show it on the best that you can show it, which is going to be PC.
Gotcha. Yeah, you might as well. But
I mean-
you don't think running on the Helix would be something because they want to push that console?
Honestly, they didn't show Forza Horizon 6 on the console, and I've been playing it on the console mostly. It's fucking gorgeous on there. Like, I'm actually quite impressed. I'm like, dude,
then
they
we're go-
killed it.
But then we're going back to them not pushing the console. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to show stuff on the console as well. You want to
On-
sell that console, but you're going to show the PC version, you know, on a 5090
But
running.
Helix
whatever.
is kind of a PC too, so you could sort of do the mental gymnastics.
But it's not
of-
1-to-1 to
it
like a
is
5090 and the CPU being, say, a 9800 X3D. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not going to be 1-to-1 with a high-end PC.
I think
At
we
all.
need to kind of slow down on what we think the Helix is going to be. I think we need to
Yeah,
kind of
that's
slow
what I'm
down
saying.
on what everybody thinks Xbox is going to be, because that Matt Booty interview sideswiped everybody. And we do not know what their plan is and the hard
That's
decisions.
what I'm saying.
I mean, a lot of people think that the Helix might not even come. That's one of the hard decisions. One of the hard decisions might mean the Xbox brand as a whole is just not savable from all the hate it gets. And what are we doing? Do we just go everywhere then? Like, that's...
I don't think they would have sent out the boxes though, which was like 2 weeks before that, or you know what I
No.
mean?
The boxes were sent out. Weren't they sent out like a month ago, a month and a half ago?
Yeah. It was like a month ago.
They're a little while
Hey,
ago.
but the
At
early
least a
May,
month
I
ago.
don't think
think it
they
was a
would
month
have
ago.
scrapped hardware plans within the 3 weeks it took to get to the interview time frame.
Plan is the plan until it's not the plan.
Hmm.
I'm just telling you,
The man
radical
is
changes,
using
hard
his
Yeah, I
changes.
just don't think I really don't. Now, if you said the next console, I'd say fair play. Let's see, because I don't really know if there's another one after this, but I don't think the next one is scrapped. I think Helix is.
I
on.
think
I
they're
think it's
waiting to
done.
see what happens with prices. I think they're waiting to see, because they sent out all those console things. They were very console focused, and then Forza Horizon 6 came out and made a shit ton of money everywhere else but Xbox. Made a lot of money on Steam. It's going to make a lot of money on PlayStation. And yeah, all these, I don't know.
This has to be addressed, because this is something that I was under the assumption of a year ago, but people have been telling me lately, look, you're right. Steam is not on the console. Most likely it won't be on the console, but your access to games that you've bought on Steam will be available on the console. Same way it is on the PC app now. But yeah, you're not going to be going to Steam or Epic launchers and buying games from there and downloading it there from their launchers. No, that's not happening.
So you're
Which
gonna
I
link
was
your
under the
Steam
impression
account to
that
Xbox?
I thought that that's what was going to happen, but apparently no. So you can buy games on Steam and it'll show up on your Helix. That'll be there,
I'll be honest with you,
but
I
you
wouldn't be
can't buy them on the
surprised.
Helix.
I wouldn't be surprised if the platform turns into just Game Pass. That's just,
I wouldn't be surprised if Game Pass is dead in 2 years. But
I wouldn't be surprised at that either. Like, I have no idea what they're going to do. And they said they're not going to talk about strategy or the Helix at all. So it's like, this is going to be about the games.
Yeah.
She doesn't.
That's
know
why I
what she's
just
doing.
asked, if a game was coming out around the same time, if they were planning on releasing the Helix, should they show it being played on a Helix? Because remember the whole thing that happened with the Series X a few years back where they were showing stuff on PC and everybody's like, hey, show it running on the console. And then they started doing that.
Yeah,
So-
we were one of the proponents of that on the podcast,
Yep.
saying like, hey, like PC is going to look great. We already know that. Can you show it on your hardware so we know what it looks like on the console? And like kind of
Which is-
promote your platform, which they never did. They just kept showing PCs.
That's what I'm saying.
Like Forza
But,
should have been a showcase on the console, bro. That thing looks awesome on the Series X. It's insane.
Is there any game that you guys, Hargeet, you haven't talked in a while, man. Is there any game that you're looking forward to them showing, possibly showing? Like, what would you love them to actually come out? If you could choose any game that you know that they own the IP or whatever, or even if they don't own it, they just go and buy it. What would that game be?
well, so like we get this Halo remaster thing, whatever. I want the next Halo. I don't know if I trust Halo Studios, but I want the next Halo.
There's that.
So, but that would be awesome. Outside of that, I want to see what Elsewhere is doing, but I think it's too early. I think there's just, I think it's too early. So, it's only been like 2 years since they put that together, so it's probably another couple of years before we see what they do. But
Yeah,
that was supposed to be an
I
RPG studio, right? So we'll see.
So Halo is your wish. Holly, what's your wish? What game?
Wow.
What if you could choose any IP out there? What would it be? Like that they could
Under
show a
Xbox,
new- yeah,
Wolfenstein.
great call. Wolfenstein, love it.
Is that
Love that
being
franchise.
is that confirmed? Like 3 is being made?
They said they are. It might actually be there this week.
I
I would put that in a like a semi decent chance.
I know that the last one came out in 2017, right? 2?
16. Well, are you talking about Youngblood?
Hell no. Talking about hell.
Yeah, maybe 16. I think Hargeet's looking
I
at
think it
it.
was 17.
Anyway, but yeah, I mean, they just did indie, but they had Hitman. They had Wolfenstein, like working on it
I've always been
at the same time.
the negative Nancy because I love Wolfenstein games. I think they're awesome. I always said that I don't think they're making a third one because the first 1 and 2 did not sell well at all.
2017 for
Bam.
New Colossus.
Good,
Bam.
good memory.
Thank you.
Wow.
You know what's the breaking point is the Xbox One X. That console I love to death. And I always remember games that I played on it because it blew me away of how good it looked.
Yep.
That
Oh,
was the
man.
first
I remember
console where I was like, whoa.
Yep.
The first game I booted up on that console was Metroid, and I was just no, not Metroid, Metro.
Exodus.
was-
2033 or
No, Exodus. Oh my God, that game looked incredible on the One X. I was just blown away. I remember Dealer was in the party chat with me, and he's like, "So Fonz, what do you think?" And I was just like, "I'm blown away. These graphics are freaking amazing."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Yeah, that's some power." And I was just, my face was melting. Loved it.
Yeah. For me, Wolfenstein's a good call out, actually. I wouldn't mind that one. I just don't know if it's coming. I'll know it's one of these, whatever. Halo Wars 3, I would absolutely be like, give me that. Keyboard and mouse, please. Thank you. Make that shit. Another one that I don't think is going to happen, but I absolutely adored is Gears Tactics 2. I put like 50 hours in Gears Tactics. Absolutely.
So good.
loved it. If you're gonna have a Gears show out, like have a Gears show out, man. Like let me see some tactics.
Yeah.
And then the other one,
Yeah,
I
I'm even talking about games that they don't own the IP for, and they just buy it. Like what your wild wish would be that they could possibly.
new
buy,
leadership.
so.
I wouldn't say it's this year. If it's new leadership next year, I would say that they need to go get like a comic book game like Blade, but something else like Wolverine. Or I think they can do like a Punisher game. Because before it was the mandate, basically, I think it was Phil's mandate that they did not buy any IP they didn't own or make games for any IP they didn't own because they said it was too expensive.
They made Blade, and again, these could have been pre-existing. They
Were
Blade,
pre-existing.
They did indie. So I don't know if those were things they were already working on and they just allowed it to continue.
They did. Those
So-
are especially. I mean, they announced Indiana Jones, I think, on Phil's birthday on purpose.
And
because
the other
he's a
thing
big
is
indie.
100 Star. Is that the studio?
No idea.
100 Star, the one that was like the ex Rocksteady people. There's a new studio, and supposedly they were working with Xbox on a game.
The other thing is like Blizzard. If there's a StarCraft game being made, bring something in there.
Do you think they're gonna put that on this or BlizzCon? Which one do you think
BlizzCon sounds stacked, brother. Like I don't know if they even have like BlizzCon. Diablo has something they want to announce. The Diablo Studios, World of Warcraft has things they want to announce. StarCraft has things. Overwatch has stuff. Like BlizzCon is supposed to be the Blizzard stuff. I get it, but BlizzCon sounds stacked, bro. That's one of my things I want to go to is BlizzCon.
But that could be a marquee, like, announcement. It's the new StarCraft thing, right? If it's in the works, which we think it is.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. It's usually they split those up. And Blizzard's never at the showcase.
I know a lot of people bring up like you know, when it comes to like their wishes and stuff, what they would love to see on these stages, a new game or whatever. And they bring up Splinter Cell a lot. And Splinter Cell was a great franchise, but for me, what I would love to see on any one of these stages, including Xbox, is a new Max Payne.
Bro.
I thought Max Payne, the third one, was so freaking good.
Well,
they
there's
had
the
gunplay and
remaster.
everything.
It's
that's
Remedy.
happening, right?
No, it's not. It's owned by Rockstar.
Rockstar.
Yeah.
Oh.
But you're right. The
And-
Remedy made the first two.
They made
The
the
first
first
one.
two. Max Payne
Yeah.
3 is Rockstar.
Yeah, and they perfected the gunplay and the feel and everything. And for them, like, I would love to see somebody continue that IP with that gunplay and everything, because it's a load of fun. I just played that last year again on the PC, and I had a blast with it. It's only like a 9-hour game. It's really quick, but such a good freaking game. I would love to see another Max Payne. And
Is that
another
back
one.
compat?
Yeah, I don't know. Another one I would like to see is Mad Max, a sequel. I loved Mad Max. It was such a freaking good, underrated game, in my opinion. Such a badass game. I literally did everything in that map, cleared all the fortresses, got 5 out of 5 in every one. Like I did everything in that desert because it was such a freaking phenomenal game. So those two are high on my list. And that's already 2 games, two more games that I could add to a growing list of games that I actually like. See, Fonz doesn't hate every game, but I do have I have a specific genre I do like. As you can tell, I like a lot of third person action adventures. Love that genre. It's awesome. But I also like the isometric games like Diablo and PoE 2. Those are really good too. So yeah, those would be the games I would love to see like sequels for. But Splinter Cell's a good shout for people. That's a great franchise to see come back.
Crackdown.
True Crime or Dead to Rights, those were good games too. Sleeping Dogs was another one. Which I think the new 007 game, the hand-to-hand anyway, it looks a lot like Sleeping Dogs to me, but just kind of
Anybody
made for
play
a
that
modern
yet?
audience.
Here, anybody play 007 here?
I am.
Holly has.
How do
I'm
you
like
like it, Holly?
chapter. I like it. The hand-to-hand combat's a little wonky,
Little sketch.
but the story is really good and the graphics are great. And it's just, I like it. I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah. I was thinking about
No,
buying it on
Fuzzy
Xbox.
Tomato, I don't consider those like third person action games because it's more isometric. They're more top down almost. It's I know what you're saying, but it's a lot different than a normal action game.
Sorry, I dragged the show on a little bit longer. I know I came in
Freaking Magnum. I want Knack 3. Disappointed it wasn't in State of Play.
Jesus Christ. If they announce a Banjo Kazooie, I'm gonna get so irritated. I know people love it.
Oh, that's one. Oh my God.
I don't care.
Thank you.
I don't care.
Thank you, Soccer.
I don't know why it's at the
Same.
top of the list. I don't understand.
Dude,
If you're gonna do a
shout out
freaking
to
funny game,
Boomstick and all these guys that want it.
Conquer. Do Conquer's bad for a day. If you're gonna do something like cartoony and crazy and stupid, do Conquer. That's what people want.
Well, I mean,
They're
this
probably
is
going to have
be,
Spyro, right? We're probably going to
yeah,
see
I think that's
Spyro.
probably going to be there. But
Soccer
they're
loves
probably going to
Spyro.
only do games that are like Phil approved, right? So I don't know if Conquer would be there, but maybe that changes going forward. But that's
How about you
like
make gamers
years away
game
then.
approved?
What was that?
So
How about you make games that are gamer approved? How about that?
Well, I mean, but it is what it is, right? Like, I don't know. I'm guessing he wouldn't do that. He wouldn't do that one. So, but
because these
whatever,
are all
it's
greenlit
possible.
games from
Yeah, from the previous, management.
Yeah, this is
right?
yeah,
previous.
yeah, for sure.
So we're not going to see anything Osher or green lights for at least 3 years, not more.
Yeah,
So.
unfortunately. Yeah, that's
Watch
one
her
thing we've
games
been
are just
saying a lot.
worse. That shit Green's lights. She's like, this is
Oh my
great. And we're
God.
all like, what the fuck?
We got mixtape 4. No.
Dude, I tried. I tried playing mixtape for like an hour and a half. I was just like, this sucks. I don't like the characters. I'm like, I can't. And I'm from the Bay Area. I grew up in the 90s. Like,
Oh,
like,
and
that's not
how they depict
people were.
Oakland. That is not.
That's
Oakland.
not
That
Oakland,
is-
bro.
You guys, I grew up in that area too in the 80s and 90s, and I'm telling you, that is not it.
There's a lot more slurs going out over there. All right, in the 90s. not what I was hearing in the mixtape. I was like, that ain't it.
Yep.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's definitely not it. But yeah, look, we're gonna have a great show. We're gonna have a great time. In 2 days, we're all gonna meet up together. Unfortunately, you're not gonna be there, Zucker, but hopefully next year you'll come out because we'll have a lot of fun, man.
I'm already telling the wife, don't get pregnant. We're going. I'm going next year. Don't have a kid the week of, please.
Yeah.
Right. So
That'll be a lot of
you'll
fun.
be skipping your kid's birthday. That's perfect. That's
I'm not.
anyhow.
I'm not. Not
No,
the same
you
day,
won't be.
Hargy. And shut the fuck up, Hargy. You know what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get over there, bro.
He's trying to come out and hang with us, Argy.
Hargy
It'd
just
be
doesn't
a lot
want
of
me to
fun.
Family
go.
vacation.
Hargy just doesn't want me
Yeah.
to go there.
Family vacation. Yeah, let's go to LA. It's a great time of year. You know, let's go stand out where all those characters stand.
she'd
and-
Yeah.
Yeah, Zucker
Harass
thinks
you
he's
for
going to be
money.
going somewhere without the kid and wife. Good luck with that in the first few years, bud.
Hargeet, you're not wrong in the first few years. It doesn't happen.
I don't like this.
It takes some time. Hargeet tells it
Yeah,
like
can you
Who
put
the
in?
fuck
Do
is
you
this
not
guy?
feel like
Yeah.
Hargy doesn't want me to go? That's what I feel right now.
Oh
No,
Hargeet-
I'd
know
love for you to
Hargeet
go,
wants
but unfortunately, I also know reality, and that's just not.
You don't shut up.
Not something that's gonna work.
Let a man dream, bro. It's a year away.
All right. So
What Holly said
let's
is
wrap-
your best bet, honey. Let's
let's
go
wrap
on a
it up.
vacation.
we're going on 3 hours here almost. We'll wrap it up, guys. Yeah, we've been here for a while. You just dropped in. So
Yeah, my bad.
anyways, look, everybody, we're gonna get out of here, and first I'm gonna of course give these guys an outro. Hargeet, let everybody know where they can find you next, because you're doing at least another
I'll do-
podcast, right?
Yeah, I'll be
before
on
we
with
go?
Boom tomorrow. Yep. And then from there, you'll find me in LA with all these guys except for soccer, who will be.
What happened to you two?
How to throw it out
What-
there.
Magnum.
What happened?
Magnum. That's it.
Oh,
Oh
Just
my
improve
god,
your
dude.
That's-
pull-out game,
oh shit.
brother.
That's what people said to me when they found out I had 8 kids. They're like, yeah.
I never miss my shot, Magnum.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so you'll be on Boom Show, Hargeet?
Oh yeah, Boom show. Yeah, and then and then I'll be out with all you guys, right? So we'll be hanging out, and then of course there'll be lots of content from all of us, I'm sure. So everybody will see a lot of stuff going up on our channels. Check it all out.
Definitely. Holly, where can they find you next? And and hopefully you get over that sickness before you come out.
Yeah. You can find me at my channel. And after I get back, I'm going to start playing GTA 5 on stream because I've never played GTA.
Oh, nice.
So if you want to see somebody
What?
play GTA for the first time, I've never played GTA ever, any of them. So this will be my first GTA. I'm going to play it on stream. Other than that, I don't know. Try to get my butt busy
Yeah.
making a video here and there. But
Well, you
Fucking
will
unicorn.
you will be back on that following Tuesday on this show, so we can all talk about what we've seen.
there
okay?
you go. There you
Yeah,
go. I'll
there
be
you
back
go.
here in a week.
Since-
All right.
Yep. Zucker, where can people find you? I know you're making videos again, and I'm so happy. And also, I'm excited because you, me, and Gaz are starting a brand new podcast, and that'll be out in the 20th of June, that day.
Yep. On
We will be
Gaz's
doing-
channel.
The Friendly Fire podcast. So
It's a Saturday,
we're gonna have a
man.
lot of fun.
I don't got work. I ain't gonna
Finally.
lie. It took some convincing for the wife, though. I ain't gonna front. I was like, it's just Saturday. It's a few hours. I get to yell at Gaz and Fonz and no one else. Feels good. So you'll catch me there, and of course on my channel, Zocker87. I've been pumping out videos, having a good time. I'm gonna put one out for the showcase that we just saw, the State of Play, and then I'll probably have more content for the Game Awards at the Keeley's. The Cube's gonna win some award at the award show. I know that. Keeley's gonna fucking love that cube. It's gonna get some made up award. Best
No,
Kingdom game. I don't know.
Don't they do like best actor and best supporting actor?
Oh,
thing?
They
there
don't
you
do
go.
best supporting
Best
actor.
voice acted cube.
Voice acting.
And then the guy's gonna come up from The Boys, like actor, and get his little award. Some shit's gonna happen.
Most flexible sidekick.
Most gelatinous sidekick. Sidekick squared, bro.
Oh,
So they're
man.
looking. Anyways, you can find me on there. I'll be making videos, and yeah, like I said, June 20th, me, Fonz, and the piece of shit Gaz. We're gonna have a great time talking about games. Me and
The
Fonz
piece
will
of
talk
crap.
about.
Yep.
Me and Fonz will talk about games. Gaz will talk about Twitter because that's all he knows how to play.
That's
so
all
it's
he
gonna be a
knows.
good time.
Jeez.
He don't play games. Gaz doesn't do anything but play Twitter. That and himself.
That's why he's got his
Anyways.
50-90.
With that said, I want to thank everybody for showing up live, listening to the show, watching this show, and everybody after the fact, listening, watching. Appreciate you. Shout out to Cult Classic Cage for rating the stream and giving us even more viewers. So I appreciate that. Until next time, guys. Until after the showcases, game on.